Okay. We're gonna get streams up and running. Things are happy. We're all happy. I think we're all happy. My audio levels okay? They
I mean,
seem
it's
fine.
almost Friday, so I'm kind of happy.
Yeah, this week's almost over. But that means next week is pretty close to starting.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
that's one way to look at it.
that's rough, dude. Okay, so I just want to start by let's get back into the swing of this game. So I just want to go over agendas again to remind us where everyone's headspace they're at. All right, so hunter agendas, what you guys are supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be acting like the hero in this story because you are. Make your own destiny, find the damn monsters and stop them, and play your hunter like they're a real person. So those are the four things you guys are supposed to be doing, and the things I'm supposed to be doing as your keeper are make the world seem real, play to see what happens, and make the hunters' lives dangerous and scary. I'm not so sure how I did on that last part at the end of during our last session, so hopefully I do better this time. Let's talk improvements about your characters from the last time. I want to hear what you guys did.
Well, because
No one will ever guess what I did.
well, since I'm never gonna guess,
Nothing.
I'll say you decided to just become a priest. You're no,
Yes.
you're just against vampires, undead, everything like that. You're a real oxymoron.
Yeah, I'm a cleric now, actually. I use the playbook from Dungeon World.
Yep, that's how this is working now. All right, what did you actually do?
I took the unnatural appeal, in case that wasn't evident by my
By the fact that we
post.
talked about it earlier, but
that too, yes. Well, that in the post that no one on the stream could see. Yeah, I took the unnatural appeal move, so it lets me manipulate someone using weird instead of charm.
very good. Which is really strong because he had a -1 charm and he has +3 weird. So, okay. Jake, tell us what you did for Francis.
Well, seeing as Francis done made that house explode, that scared him pretty good, but he got pretty tough from that, so he got +1 tough up to 3.
He just took a stat improvement because he's boring.
Yeah.
Okay. I do want to talk about what Abby did because me and Abby had a fun chat about what we were doing with her character. Abby, tell us about how your character's different this session.
Well, my papa sent me an M1D UVA drone that has infrared sensors.
Oh.
Wait.
Yeah, so I've been reading the rules of The Sprawl, which is a cyberpunk-based RPG, and one of the playbooks in there is the driver, and the driver has an option to take a move called Drone Jockey that allows them to build 2 custom drones that have different form factors and different abilities. So I pretty much had Abby build a drone using the rules from that playbook in that game. And mechanically, the way that works in here is when her drone can give her an advantage, like when it's actually useful, um, it gives her +1 forward to investigate a mystery or read a bad situation. If she sends her drone to like go scout something ahead, and it can see in the dark, and it can magnify and do cool drone shit. So that's what Abby took as an improvement. Or though no, you were gonna sub one of your moves at the beginning, weren't you?
Yeah, because I don't think I got an improvement.
You didn't level up?
I
You-
don't think so. I might have done it wrong though, and actually did level up. So
I
How
think
many
Jake and I
rolls-
leveled up because we failed a lot.
yeah, I
Yeah,
only had
I was
3
in the car
boxes
for half the
checked.
adventure. I failed a lot.
Yeah, we were terrible.
you got 2 at the end of the adventure just cause. And you
Because we learned shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm only at 3. So I just replaced
Oh,
net friends because I don't like having friends.
Oh, okay.
You
well,
need to
well
learn
said.
to be bad more often.
Come on.
You gotta roll them bones poor. Also, everyone should reset all their harm if they haven't done that already. I know I did that to Abby's playbook.
Of course I did. I spent a night in a hospital, apparently.
Yeah. Okay. And with that, we're gonna get started. So I'm gonna start with a little bit of exposition this time. Uh, We open on the water, the dark, murky water of the Ouachita River, a small tributary of the Mississippi River located deep in the heart of Louisiana. There is a boat, a small fishing boat with an outboard motor affixed to the stern, with a good old boy by the name of Jim Strickland manning the steering arm, and with his buddy Nelson Young sitting up in the bow. A dozen empty Budweiser cans lay on the floor of the boat between them, along with two coolers, one for their refreshments and one for their catch. The boat pulls over to the bank of the river. The two men wade into the water. They spread out and start feeling their way around the river bank, looking for holes that catfish might be hiding in. Jim finds one first and jams his arm down as far as he can while keeping his head above water. There's a pull. Jim's head snaps briefly under the water, bobbing back up long enough for him to let out a yell. "Jim, you all right?" Nelson asks as he stomps his way over through the water, over towards Jim, who continues to thrash. Nelson reaches Jim as he descends below the black water line again, grabbing his free arm to pull him back up. Jim's head comes back up above the water as Nelson heaves, and he comes up laughing. "Jesus, Nelson, you fell for the oldest trick in the book," he says as he manages to find his breath between his laughs. "Yeah, thanks a lot, asshole," Nelson replies as he smacks Jim on the back of the head hard enough to knock his Saints hat off his head. "Learn to take a joke, you big baby," Jim chortles before freezing again. "Oh, hang on, I think I got one for real." Uh, Jim heaves again, pulling his arm out from beneath the water to reveal a catfish covering his forearm like a slimy glove. Jim raised his arm over his head to keep the catfish from escaping. "Help me out here, man." Nelson rushes over to the boat to open the cooler, allowing Jim to deposit their first catch before reaching into the second cooler to grab a celebratory beer. "That's one, dude. Whoever catches less buys dinner." Yeah, enjoy your fast start. But you're definitely going to be the one who's buying tonight," Nelson says as he stomps back off to find his own noodling hole. Nelson gets set up and begins the patient wait for bites. A couple minutes later, Nelson feels a pull, but not on his arm, rather on his leg. Jim hears the splash and looks over just quick enough to watch Nelson's head disappear below the surface. Jim shakes his head, waiting for Nelson to resurface. "You can't use the same trick on me 5 minutes after I used it on you," he says as Nelson surfaces, though he was back below the water before Jim could finish the sentence. Jim sighs, crosses his arms, waiting for Nelson to complete his ineffectual prank. He waits 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. "Nelson? Nelson," he shouts. Jim wouldn't see Nelson again. Well, at least not for another 4 hours, when the sheriff escorted him to identify the body a half-mile down the river. We cut to a scene change. A gas station. Who's reading the paper right now?
I'm reading the internet.
Okay,
I mean-
that was actually okay. You're reading an online article of the Louisiana Observer, an online publication that sort of handles stories from small towns throughout the Louisiana area. And yeah, you're reading this website. It doesn't look too professional, but you read the article. It says the body of Nelson Young, 31, was recovered on the Ouachita River yesterday evening. Mr. Young was on a fishing trip with his friend Jim Strickland when he was pulled underwater, supposedly by an alligator, and appears to have died by drowning. We are still awaiting the final report by the coroner. This is the third drowning death on the Ouachita River in the last 2 months. Both of the previous deaths also involved alligator attacks, though some experts have expressed opinions that the wounds are inconsistent with alligator bites or any other known local fauna. More of the story will be published as the details become available. It's where you guys are approximately 20 miles south of Jonesville, Louisiana, right now, which is where this story takes place. So, what do you do?
Hey, boy, we got something fishy.
There's no
I'm laughing, but I
inspiration
don't have
here.
any comment.
I'll walk over to see what she's talking about. Kind of interested that she's pulling all of this from her computer. Like I know of technology, but it's not something I use regularly.
Didn't you meet her on a forum?
No, that was Jake.
That was
Oh.
me, but still. How does this work? Google, how does you work?
Okay, Google, how do you work?
Okay, so this is where I
Here,
get
it's like
decisions.
the paper or like a page, a pager. You know, those people run back and forth.
I mean, I know
Except,
what a paper is.
yeah, okay, yeah, except it's not on a paper.
Got it.
Hmm.
I don't know. How old are you?
I mean, I'm fairly young. I'm only like, what, 600 years old?
I Google when the paper was invented.
A little before that.
I'm not googling that right now, so I don't know the answer.
Let me.
Here's the fun part.
1690.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah, I was around for that.
Okay, cool.
I remember that invention.
Thereabouts.
Yeah.
We were there. Okay, I'm going to assume you guys drive up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys roll up into this town down here. And you know that this attack happened somewhere up on this river up here. What do you do?
I don't know if you pinged or what, but I didn't see any of that.
Up
This
here.
town,
Oh, okay, I see that one. I see the green.
That
this
was
river.
me.
I do
I'm not seeing your pings,
see.
dude.
Yeah, I do not see Richard pinging.
I know what
Oh,
you're
because
talking
I'm
about.
I'm
Jonesville.
doing it on the
On the
fucking
DM layer, huh?
DM layer.
Oh,
One,
there it is.
Yep, that's me. I'm just
two.
pointing out. Yep.
Yeah, I saw Jake the whole time, but.
Yeah, well, that's because he doesn't have access to the GM layer.
All right.
So you think.
Yeah, right.
And now I'm just giving myself 999 stats and done.
That's not good.
All right, so we're in Jonesville. How should we approach this, guys?
Well, there's a Sony's Pizza place over on the corner.
I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good step. You know, we probably
Yeah.
shouldn't investigate on an empty stomach. So
Yeah, well,
How
Good thing I still
how
got that,
could I forget after last time to not write in a pizza place?
well,
No, I
Is-
Googled one.
don't worry, guys. I still got the Parmesan and the pepper flakes from the one up in New York.
Can that be like our method? We go to the pizza place, find out local information, and then go hunt the monster?
And take their stuff, yes.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I mean that can be your bit. That's
That's our MO.
So I'm gonna say the pizza place is here.
no, that's
Dang.
actually where the Sonic Drive-In is.
Guys,
Uh,
we're like Scooby Doo, but instead of the malt shop, it's the pizza joint. Jesus Christ, I just realized that.
it's called Marco's Pizza.
That's an actual place, though.
Well, that's what this place is called.
That is an actual place. It's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's not. Except for the time they forgot to deliver my pizza.
Well, you know, you'll have that.
It's
Alright.
probably still there, waiting.
Okay, let's go grab a bite to eat and see what the locals think of all this going on. Maybe it's not too out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I can't wait to have some gator pizza.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about gator pizza.
Is that an actual thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I know they actually eat gators, but like I didn't know they like put it on pizza. Like
Shoot.
No, I've never heard of that before, but it should be.
It probably is a thing that you never
I'm
hear.
sure it's a thing somewhere down there. It's got to be right.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you guys go into Marco's Pizza. This is a small town. So like it's just like there's like 3 tables in there. It's a small building. There's like 3 tables in there. There's a counter. The counter has like one of those. It has like a hot box where they have like 3 different like sheet pizza or like pies in there that you could buy by the slice. Register next to that box, and then like just a kitchen behind it. Where there's one employee like putting sauce on it, another person tossing dough, and one person at the register pretty much.
Is it like you go to the counter and order,
Yeah,
or you sit at a table?
it's definitely you go to a counter. There's no waiters here.
Maybe try sitting at a counter. Wait, did you say there's multiple? Like it's like almost like like an old soda shop like thing, or is it like an actual like there's seats? And I might have misheard you.
There's like 3 tables in there. They're all just like round tables with 4 chairs positioned
Oh,
around
okay.
them. Like it's
Okay, I misheard you.
this is like it's not like a sit down. Like it's like you could come in here, get lunch, and like sit here if you want to. But this is mostly a carry out pizza place.
Okay.
Oh, so we could just grab our pizza and then head up to the river if we wanted.
Yep. Get yourself you want to get the Southern Special. If they have it.
I don't know. Okay.
I'm making this up as I go, dude.
There's a pizza that definitely has some crayfish on it, and it looks
Crayfish, gator,
gross.
crawfish.
Crawfish. Yeah, but a gentleman comes up to the counter who has a name tag that definitely says Marco on it. Says, how can I help you folks?
Yeah, I want to speak to Polo.
I just
I'm
walk
sorry,
out.
Oh,
of the
no,
restaurant.
first of all, before I forget this, Tanya, roll to connect the dots. I forgot about that. I don't want to fuck it up again.
This guy's last name is Polo.
So plus sharp.
Let me see. Sharp. I clicked it.
It didn't do. Oh wait, did you? No, I didn't do anything. Oh,
Oh,
there
there
it
it
is.
is.
10. Gain 3 hold.
10. Neat.
All right, so yeah, you can spend those hold at any point. So, just so you guys know, at any point, during the mystery, Tanya can now spend 1 hold to ask the questions. Is this person connected to the current events more than they're saying? When and where will the next critical event occur? What does the monster want from this person? Is this connected to previous mysteries we've investigated? How does this mystery connect to the bigger picture? The last 2 probably don't use because I'm definitely not forming arcs right now. Except for, I guess I need to start on the arc for the quest to find the best pizza. And I totally forgot.
I already found it. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you have 3 hold on that. But yes, back to the matter at hand. How can I no Polo here. Funny joke though. You guys need some pizza? What do you need?
Yeah, do you got any gator pizza?
We do. It's kind of a premium pizza here, so it's actually it's $4 a slice.
Is
Or
it
you could
good?
have a whole pie for 26.
26, what size?
Large.
How many slices are in the pie?
8. 8? 8.
Oh man, that's good.
8 times 4.
Times 3. That's not coming out even.
Do you guys like the gator pizza, or you want to do like a half gator, half whatever you
No,
eat? You want half
no, sure,
blood?
like me.
Can we do that?
Have a good old
Okay,
gator
I
pizza.
can already tell this mystery is definitely going to take at least 4 hours.
I mean, I'll get some garlic on mine.
Right, I forgot.
Okay, half gator, half garlic. Do you have like a Mediterranean?
I mean, like,
No
and gator too.
Mediterranean.
Like,
I'm pretty
I'm
sure
not-
the gators.
Oh, all gator, half garlic.
I'm pretty sure the gators like garlic butter. That's like usual.
oh, well, then there we go. Yeah, garlic butter.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Oh yeah, how do
Yeah.
you cook the gator?
I don't
Garlic
know.
butter.
How do you cook the gator? I don't.
Is this like
Skin it. You butcher it. You fry it up like beef, and then you put it on the pizza to bake in. I guess. I don't know.
And why does
Is
it
this
taste like chicken?
Why are you
this
asking
like-
me this?
I'm sorry,
Ugh.
Richard, but I have to.
is
Is
this like
this-
free range gator? Like,
Okay. This
Is this
so.
those gators that have been killing people? Do you get those gators?
Oh yeah.
like
I
the
mean,
ones in the news.
Yeah, it's been. I mean, I don't think any of our gators are locally sourced, so probably not. But just another attack last night. Poor Dope's down in the morgue right now. I think his buddy's staying in a local motel too.
Yeah, you hear anything about that? I know it's a small town. Usually,
Oh,
we're
terrible
fast
things.
among locals.
Lots of gator attacks.
Mm.
The river's not a safe place to be these days. Makes me glad I just do pizza. I'm not much one to go fishing like a lot of folk are around here.
So you said your gator's not locally sourced. Like, does your supplier have any trouble with gator attacks, or is it really just this area?
It's mostly just area. Gators are typically pretty easy to handle. It's
Hmm,
been awfully strange that they've been seeming to be more aggressive.
interesting. Well,
Does anyone
hope
on your staff fish?
Yeah, I think uh, shit. There it is. Yeah, I think Andrew does. Andrew, get over here. And the guy who's like sitting over there, like spinning, like throwing the pizza dough, like kind of sets his stuff down. And he says, yeah, how can I help you folks?"
Yeah, we heard that there had been some gator attacks around here. Not quite sure where. We heard from Marco over there that got. You're the one who does some fishing around here.
I mean, most folk fish around here.
Mm.
This, you know, um, they've it's been dangerous lately. Just last night, a young man got attacked by a gator up around the bend of the Oachia River, just to the east of Wallace Lake over there. Poor bastard went underwater. His went half mile down the river before anyone found him.
Mm.
Will you take us fishing?
Oh, I'm working right now. Maybe this weekend.
Mm.
The weekend? Can we do weekend? What day is it?
It's Wednesday.
That's a little ways away, but we'll take you back up on that maybe. I get your number.
Well, that's mighty nice of you. Where are you folk from?
Around. Kind of do a little bit of traveling statewise, see the country.
Oh, wow, good fishing around these parts. But gotta be careful these days. You know, definitely want a local guide. Those folks that were just attacked aren't from around these parts. They were coming down to here just vacationing too. So, uh, you want to be careful.
were all the people attacked vacationing?
No. Both of the other attacks over the last 2 months have been locals up there fishing. I'm not saying that locals don't need to be more careful too, but it's awfully strange the way wildlife's behaving lately.
Yeah, well, good to know that it's not just got some against outsiders, all that sort of thing.
I don't think the gators discriminate all that much.
I don't know. You know what they say? Sometimes they can just smell Yankee blood.
Ah,
Maybe.
I
I
know
think
Southern slang.
I'm just gonna give you this since uh, that happened here.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
totally what I meant to mark.
Yep.
I heard Riverbend that had a 50-50 shot.
Well, he also said a tributary.
I mean, this is all tributary of Mississippi. That's what I was going with.
Exactly,
that,
which is
but
why it's like, well, there's a couple things here.
there's some shit here, you see.
Here there be monsters. Well,
Okay, I'm just gonna take a moment to say, you guys realize that you've just cursed me now. Which means that every time I have to write something now, I have to design a pizza place and like have like 2 signature pizzas ready to go, and it's gonna take me like half an hour every fucking time.
just Google it. Just Google the local pizza place.
I suppose I
You
could.
go into a Pizza Hut. No, we want a local place.
All right. Next time I choose my Google Maps surrounding, I'm definitely gonna Google pizza places there and look at their menus.
Got to make sure you have this discerning taste, though.
Here, Richard, I did some of your work for you and made you a logo.
Is this trademarked?
Yes.
Wow, that was nice. That was
Probably.
quick.
That
Seems trademarked.
I believe
I
that
just
is.
ignore the copyright symbol in the bottom right.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, so I guess. And do you guys have any more questions for these folks?
Yeah, can I get a pint of Guinness?
We don't have a liquor license here. There's a local bar not too far away.
and don't worry, there's probably a drive-through daiquiri shack around here.
I don't
I
think
forget you
so.
guys
But
have those.
That's an actual thing, by the way.
is it?
Yes. They scotch tape the top so it's technically not open. It's weird, man.
Huh.
Huh.
Don't the liquor stores aren't they like separate and you have to they like aren't closed on certain days and stuff like that?
Look,
I don't know about Louisiana.
That was North Carolina at least, but is that close?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
look, America's a weird place, okay, guys?
New York has some weird liquor laws. Oh,
Yeah.
like you can't sell if you sell wine or spirits, that's like a liquor store, and that has to be a separate thing than places where you like buy beer and stuff, which is weird to
Hmm.
me, but it's strange. Okay. Anyways, getting back on task. I think sometime later they give you your pizza. We'll call it 20 minutes.
All right, well, nothing to it
Did
but
we get it to go for here?
poke around.
I mean, he hands you a pizza box. You can ask for some plates if you want to eat it here.
No, can we just get some of those packets of the hot chili peppers?
So what you're telling me is you want red hot chili peppers,
No, like those little
Yes.
packets with this. with
like
the
red
chili
pepper
flakes.
flakes. Red pepper
Yes.
flakes. There's a
Yeah.
shaker over on the counter to the side.
You don't have the little packets for to-go orders?
No.
Don't worry.
Okay,
You
you're
can
not
shake-
getting 5 stars on Google.
Don't worry. Reach into
Yeah,
my,
definitely leaving a negative Yelp review.
reaching into my trench coat. Don't worry.
I don't know
got
what an
some from
online
New York.
paper is, but I do know
I
what
think
Yelp is.
Marcos looks at you and says, "We get like 4 visitors a year coming through town. I don't really rely on Yelp or Google reviews for the health of my business."
You should. The internet can really help your business, but all this murder probably won't.
Yeah, I mean, what you really need to do is get your name out there. Just just start putting up flyers, going online, doing banner ads, just giving him actual advice.
He starts to sit there contemptibly. No, that's not the word. Contemplatively.
Contemplatively?
That doesn't sound like a word either.
It's closer.
Contemplatively?
In
Sure.
contemplation.
He starts staring off at the ceiling like JD in Scrubs. And that's what he does. Says,
Guys, let's go while he's having a flashback.
Do you guys want to go up to the crime scene or try somewhere else?
Well, about what time is it? That's important.
4 p.m.
Why are we getting pizza at 4 p.m.?
I don't know. That's what you wanted to do.
Because we skipped lunch, we were so excited to go fishing for crawdads up here.
Wait, why wouldn't you get pizza at 4 p.m.? Did I miss something?
That's true. Pizza time all the time.
So, well, why don't we eat our pizza and then go find ourselves where a dead body was?
I thought we were gonna do it at the same time, but okay.
I mean,
That doesn't
don't
seem
come crying to me
hygienic.
when you don't come crying to me when you drip some cheese all over a dead guy.
Oh, okay, like here's the thing. How are we gonna get to that though? Like I doubt there's just roads leading to the river, right?
I mean, there
Looking-
kind of is.
I'm looking at this map here. Goes this way, then there's
Oh,
a
there kind of is, yeah.
yeah, it goes right.
But
to
I'll
a
also remind you
square.
that this gator attack happened yesterday, and the guy's already dead, and his body's been recovered, and he's in the morgue.
Oh yeah. Did we find out where his buddy is?
Yeah, he mentioned that
motel somewhere.
there's a local motel that his
Can I
buddy's staying.
pose as an FBI agent to get access to the morgue?
Sure.
I saw it on my favorite TV show. This is Vincent talking in game.
You can't just be military personnel.
You need drones for that.
Yeah, and a really convincing looking detective outfit.
Tanya, I don't think you understand. I'm not going to be a military personnel. I'm going to impersonate the military personnel.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Only
can
if
I
you
help?
get caught.
Today I learned that the FBI is a branch of the military.
You know
Well,
how I
let's
know
look
all
at that
those secret
first.
stuff?
How?
It's some of the cause no, that's like one of the. So like you if vampire Nazis exist, there can be a theory that the FBI is part of the military,
Oh, okay.
and we can
Okay,
be on
sure.
top of that.
You're right. This is a conspiracy theory. You could have just said that. That's fine.
Of course.
I don't know words.
You're crazy. I forgot.
Guys, the FBI.
Right.
That's an anagram.
I
for
need to turn on a
JFK.
lamp real quick. Give me 1 second, guys.
Okay, you're an FBI agent now.
Can't believe you never
Inadequate
saw it.
lighting in my living room. Okay, I'm good now.
If you keep insulting it, it's not going to do you any favors.
My living room?
No, the lighting.
Oh, well, it seems to be doing okay now. All right, what do you do?
Well, we want to go to the morgue, see if we can find ourselves stiff, or we want to go and find the hotel and see if we can find our guy.
I give Vincent my cool shades. They're like aviators.
Oh god, he's Horatio Kane now.
I was going to make a joke, but I won't. I'll just put them on.
Okay.
Do I have military? Not military. Do I have like badges? Do I have access to badges somehow? Wait, I have a
Do you?
friend, guys. I have friends who can help us.
Do you? I'm asking you.
Yes. I
Is
do.
this all right? Fine. Yeah, that's. There is no economy system in this game. If you guys could reasonably have something, you just have it.
Yeah, I give him that.
Yeah, I could totally pull a supernatural, and you guys have a bunch of fake IDs for whatever.
Yeah, mine says I'm 21 and I am apparently a blonde female, but you know what?
Seems fine.
This is how I'm getting me my Mardi Gras beads.
All right, so
Yeah, if these don't work, we can always just charm our way in.
Yeah, you know, Mardi Gras beads aren't that expensive. You can pretty much buy them for $1.
you guys you pointed down the street towards the county morgue. It's right across the street from the sheriff's station.
It seems a little inconvenient having them separate, but okay.
It's probably pretty convenient for you.
Yeah. Well, let's go make acquaintances, why don't we?
Are you guys heading over to the morgue? Is that what's happening now?
That's what I do.
Okay.
Yep, we'll head up.
The morgue is a small, square, freestanding building across the street from the sheriff's station. This is a single door up front. You open it. It leads into a small reception area. There's no one sitting there right now. There's like a bell, and then there's like a door that leads into the back.
I ring the bell like 5 times.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. And a guy wearing a lab coat comes kind of like stumbling out of the back room. He's like in his mid-50s, 6'1". He's balding. His remaining hair is black, but it's got some gray in it. He's wearing a lab coat, shirt, tie under it, and the above the breast pocket it says Dr. Dr. T. Hunt.
I'll walk up and kind of flash my badge and say, "I'm Horatio Kane, FBI. We've heard of a string of disappearances here, all linked to reportedly gator attacks, but that seems awful coincidental to me."
He looks at you and he says, "Like the guy from CSI Miami?"
Yeah.
That's how I
Yeah,
respond.
no.
I just scream, "Yeah." No.
He looks. He says, okay, sure."
Well, here's the thing. My parents were big fans of the show. They actually, they gave me the nickname. My real name is Terrence, but nickname's Horatio. It's a long story. I really don't want to get into it. Anyways, I think the more important thing here is people have died, and you're talking about some fucking TV show. Like,
he
this
sits
is
there, and thinks for a
serious.
second, and says, "Well, okay, yeah, yeah, you come on back. Uh, we have
Well,
we have we have the latest victim here. If you want to check him out. Who are your associates here?"
uh, well, you know how they are with us veteran agents. They give us these kids, to tag along to get some time under their belt. So they're just in the academy, just helping me out here, as much as they can.
So
All right.
Yeah, it
you
seems like
got
you're
field work interns.
seems like you're spouting some classified information there, sir.
Well, I mean, yeah, who else is gonna jump in the river to get this evidence? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do it. So got these two to help me out.
We also get his coffee extra black and a sesame seed bagel every morning.
What does extra black mean?
I don't drink coffee. Don't ask me questions.
You see what I got to put up with? She doesn't even know how to get my coffee right. Anyways, these bodies.
He kind of looks at you quickly and he shrugs and says, "Yeah, okay, come on back." So yeah, you guys go towards. He leads you towards the back room. So like in the center of the room, there are two tables spaced about 4 feet apart, parallel. One of them has a body on it, currently covered by a curtain. The other one's currently clear. There are 8 coolers arranged in 2 rows of 4 along the left wall, and in the back right corner there's there's a desk that appears to be where he does his record keeping and stuff. Computer on it. There's also like a back loading dock type entrance, ambulance in, mortician out type thing, um, in the back of the room. And yeah, you guys, he uncovers the body, and there you see the body of Nelson Young.
So from my understanding, this is the most recent victim that you guys recovered.
Yeah, died yesterday afternoon. Was found in the evening.
Oh, and we read in the report that you don't think the wounds are consistent with a gator. Tell me more about that.
Says, well, that's what I've been saying for the last few days. So here's the part where I tell you to investigate a mystery.
I don't remember what that is. Hold on.
Roll plus sharp.
Roll sharp.
Sharp. Okay, I got this.
All right, yeah, hold one.
I'm trying to figure out how these questions would apply to this body. I mean, I guess what happened here is the question I want to ask.
Okay, yeah, I think that's probably the most reasonable thing you can ask. So you see there are bite marks on it, like on the shoulder of the body, and he's like, I noticed there's some bruising on the victim's ankle here. It looks like something grabbed him by the foot, pulled him under, and there's a big bite here. Definitely not human, but doesn't really appear to be like it's sure as hell not ain't gator either. And that's what I've been telling everyone over the sheriff's office, but they just keep on coming back with, well, unless you could tell us what that it's something that ain't a gator, you can tell us exactly what it is. That must be what it is. We're getting lots of pressure from them to keep these cases you know explainable, and I don't much I don't much appreciate it. I don't like publishing things in my report that I know are wrong, and this ain't gator bite.
Yeah, you're 50-50 with these small towns. Everyone either
What's
hates
that?
a good mystery or loves them.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
Yep.
Okay.
I looked up Louisiana liquor laws, and the people also ask, can you drink at 18 in New Orleans? Is it legal to resell alcohol? What states sell alcohol 24 hours? These are so funny.
I mean, these are important questions.
I like the 18, like, oh yeah, New Orleans, the one place in the US you can drink at 18.
Well. So this next place we go to better have some really bomb pizza.
Yeah, I guess he said he's got to do it now.
I know.
Gotta have high expectations.
Maybe that's how we'll get Andy back into this. We say we're going to start out with some really bomb pizza every time.
And then at the end, we'll open the best pizza place ever with all the specialties.
Yes. Welcome to Pizza Hut. It's like, oh god, it was around us all the time.
All right,
After
sorry.
that, we got to find the best taco shack.
What? Okay, sorry about that. Just trying to make sure my girlfriend's not dying. Doesn't appear that she is at this time.
Yeah, that's usually a good thing to check on.
Okay.
I wonder if they make gator jerky.
Oh, they do. They sell it by the
yeah.
roadside.
Yeah.
That seems legit. I don't know about buy gator
It is
jerky
in Florida.
jerky from some roadside stand.
Well, I mean, you can buy an ostrich burger from a roadside grill, so I don't really think that's much different.
Okay. Anyways, I was in the middle of answering what happened here. So yeah, what happened here is something the pulled the victim under by the ankle, bit it on the neck, and held it underwater until he drowned.
Sounds almost like a gator man, if you pardon my fanciful thinking.
Is there anything else you is on here?
Hey, Vincent, is there any like fluid missing from that bite that you can tell?
I mean, is there anything else out of the ordinary with this body aside from the bite marks?
There's the bruises on the ankle. Some like on the arms too. Maybe the victim thrashed to like try to fight back, but no.
And what does the bite pattern look like?
It looks they're deep. They're sharp. They're deep and sharp like an alligator bite, but the actual formation, like the pattern, doesn't have that like long mouth type deal. It looks almost like a human mouth, maybe slightly wider, like formation. So like the actual wounds themselves look like they could be gator bites, but the formation looks more humanoid.
Can I take a picture of that on my phone?
Sure.
I'll tell the doctor dude that we're just gonna take some pictures for evidence, kind of compare it to some other cases we may have seen of animal attacks, and see what we may be able to link up here, if anything.
So just by all means, those folks from the Wildlife Service have done the same thing too. So
Sir, did you examine the other bodies that came in too?
yeah, of course, they aren't here anymore.
Same bite?
Similar, yeah.
Hmm.
Same place?
It varies.
Where are the other places? That a bit.
One on the arm, leg, one just right up on the torso on the side.
Now those all coming from the same area, that same bend in the river.
It's been varied. He kind of here. I'm gonna. It Attacks have ranged from like here was one. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that there was one. One was here. One was here, and
Yeah,
one was here. So more or less in this.
around this bend here.
More or less in this. God damn it! I'm not on the drawing thing. Like kind of like in that block,
I was about to do the same thing.
but yeah.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's just
Let's
stick
try
around that bend there, or this stretch of river.
What are you doing?
It's a skull, I'm assuming.
I actually had the same
Yeah.
idea earlier to draw.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to draw it though.
But
Did I
guys,
accidentally
guys, this
delete something?
look,
What did I do?
guys, look at the river and the smaller like pseudo rivers next to it. Doesn't it look almost like a Picasso-esque face? Like you have
Maybe.
the eye here, and then the one
Oh,
next
this
to
is
it. Then
art
you got the nose.
appreciation time.
I'm sorry, I got sidetracked with
Okay,
seeing faces.
you did.
All right, so
There, it's gone.
okay.
All
Now
right.
it's-
So on
now
that
the art
note,
hour's over.
What do you do, guys?
Well, now, now, s- Mr. Kane, sir. Now I'm just a simple, simple trainee, but I'm not quite sure we're gonna be able to get much else from our good friend Mortician here.
yeah, you're probably right about that.
She's
We could,
Coroner. I'm a doctor. I don't bury bodies.
My mistake. I am just but a humble FBI agent in training. I don't know things.
Why would you?
So, I think we are probably best just maybe either ask around, poke around with. Right. Heard that there was two of them here. The stiff you got on the table there, and then his buddy, one who reported it. And any
Yeah,
idea?
I think sheriff's already interviewed him. I believe he's staying up at the Edwards Motel up the street.
All right, that's just what I wanted to know. Thank you so much.
No
Absolutely.
problem.
Sir, do you fish?
Not typically, no.
Okay, never mind then.
You folks have a good day. I hope you find whatever's causing this, because it ain't. I don't think it's gators.
Well,
if you had to guess, what would you say it could be?
Don't know. Ain't seen nothing like it. Some form of wildlife. And they ain't people teeth either. I can tell you that. I've seen bite marks on for my people before.
maybe we found that great Sasquatch that you hear those crazy folk talking about all the time.
He says, "Oh yeah, could be." First time I've
Sasquatch
heard.
don't swear.
Yeah, I was gonna say first time I heard squatch in the water, but
Well,
So
unless they were
water
stealing his
squatch.
jerky, I don't think he'd attack like that.
Water
So,
Whoops.
What?
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 Who? Bueller?
What's happening? What's going on?
I figured out how to delete.
Okay. I was wondering what was going on up there. I'm like, something's going on with the map.
I was putting a marker on the map.
Okay. Well, why don't we go and visit Mr. Edward's motel?
Okay.
He was the sheriff.
No,
No,
that's where.
No.
it's called the Edwards Motel. Therefore, I call it Mr. Edwards
Well,
Motel.
So, like, I mean, like, for some reason, I thought someone said the sheriff was staying there.
No,
No,
the sheriff
the sheriff
interviewed the guy.
questioned the guy after his friend died, and the friend's staying there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, somehow I mixed that all together. Yeah, let's go. Let's go question the friend.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, you guys pull up towards the motel. It's got a very red roof in type of feel, except it has a green roof instead of a red roof. It's got like, it's just two rows of two like 2-story motel rooms. So it's like, it's ground level, it's parking lot, sidewalk, row of motel rooms. Above that, another row of motel rooms, like with an outdoor balcony sort of connecting it. Stairways leading up to the second floor of the two rows on the ends of each of the rows, and there's at the end the end closest to the street of the first row. There's a little office hanging off of it.
Is there a pool?
There's not a pool.
Is there a kiddie pool that is called the pool?
There's not a pool.
I guess I'll go to the office.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
your
Walk into
job.
the office. There's a young girl there, shoulder length blonde hair. Looks like to be a teenager. She is just sitting there staring at her phone. Um, doesn't even glance up when like you open the door.
Is there a bell?
There's a bell.
I rang the bell like 5 times.
She looks up at you and kind of like, I'm not gonna say glares, but she's like, what are you doing? Um, she's sits there and she's like, can I help you?
Hi, ma'am. I'm looking for Jim Strickland. We believe he's staying at your hotel.
Says, and why would I tell you who's staying in this hotel?
Vincent, show him the badge.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of pull out the badge.
And she's like, she shrugs and says, yeah, he's up in room 225.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right.
She kind of gives you, she like looks, still looking down at her phone, kind of gives you like a quick salute as still like looking down as you guys like just go towards the door.
Thank you, miss. We are military after all.
Shut up.
Okay, let's go to the room.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's on the second row. Yeah, second row of buildings. Take the stairs up. Kind of in the middle of that second block is room 225. Curtains are drawn closed, but you can see there's a light on inside.
Is there a bell?
No, there's a door.
Okay, I knock on the door.
Like 5 times.
Nope, just
Like
3.
5 times.
Yeah, the door opens. There's a guy there, 30-ish, short brown hair, kind of cut in a high fade. Yeah, he's right next to the door. There's a small table. He's got a chair pulled up next to it, bottle of whiskey, uh, glass poured. He's got his worn out Saints hat sitting on the table next to it. He says, "Yeah, what do you folks need?"
Oh, hold up the badge. FBI, are you Jim Strickland?
Says, "Yeah, that's me. FBI, huh? What? I already talked to the sheriff. What's the FBI here for?"
Well, the sheriff dismissed this case as a random gator attack, but we believe this string of disappearances is maybe something else, and we're just trying to get a little bit more information.
Okay, yeah, come on in. So I'm assuming you're about to start questioning him. This would also be a good time to investigate a mystery.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
As any.
keep forgetting I gotta like double click. There's a like a submit after you roll.
Oh, okay, hold 3, right? Or was it 2? Hold 2.
Hold 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. I mean, I'm still not sure what one of these questions would really. I'm trying to
Well,
obviously ascertain the if he saw the creature, like if he saw anything that would indicate what it could be.
I think you can ask questions. You can ask me whatever question you want to know the answer to.
Okay.
And I can, in fiction, sort of give you the way that that information is secured. If it can't be, otherwise I'm going to say no. I can't really answer that. You know, ask me a different question.
Okay. So Jim, tell me what you saw. I mean, everyone says it was a gator, but I mean, did you see a gator? Did you see what did this?
Are you asking me what sort of creature it is?
Yes.
Okay. He says, yeah, gators normally are near the surface. They don't tend to lurk underwater. They can sneak up on you fast, but normally when it happens, you see them. I didn't see anything. Whatever grabbed whatever grabbed Nelson must have been able to must have been underwater the whole time. This is what I'm telling you. The sort of creature it is the one that doesn't need the surface for air and can stay under and can breathe continuously underwater.
All right, so we're looking for Zora.
Like forever?
Like forever. Maybe. Or at least a few minutes, as long as it takes to sneak up on someone, grab them, pull them underwater, and get away without anyone seeing anything.
Okay. Um. So after the attack, did you see where it went? Did you see anything else, or
Um, I didn't see. 1 minute, Nelson was right next to me. The next, he was underwater. He splashed for air once near where he went under, and the next time he splashed again he was out in the middle of the river, and then I didn't see him again until the sheriff brought me down to identify the body. So no, he doesn't know where the creature went.
okay?
I am not going to charge you for that.
So it drug the body underwater though, right? Like it wasn't just like floating away. Like it took it with it
No, like it went under and it stayed under. And knowing
with
the
the body.
the basic ideas of buoyancy knows that a person's body would have to be pretty much held down for that to happen,
Right.
at least in the short term.
Okay. Uh. Well, I mean, I don't even know what else to ask, really. I mean, it doesn't seem
Let's-
like this guy would have a lot of. He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know where it went.
Yeah, I mean, like it happened fast for him. Like I don't know. You can ask me questions, and I can do my best to be like, oh, well, he might have ascertained some of this information like this.
Hmm.
Okay, now just because, and I don't expect this to go well, but I want to investigate a mystery under what is being concealed here.
Well, it's Vincent's hold. You can't spend it. You can roll your own if you really want to.
Oh yeah, no, I was going to roll my own. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I want to roll.
Okay.
It's probably not going to
yeah,
work.
if you're gonna
but-
start questioning him too, you can.
Yep, I'm sorry. Let's see. Come on. Oh, does that succeed or is that a fail?
No, that's a fail.
I couldn't remember if it's a 5 or a 6.
Hey, you get experience.
Yep, that's kind of the point. It's like
Um, eh,
I think the question probably been like, all right, just because we got all sorts of there's all going to be all sorts of rumors and that sort of thing. Just got to make sure uh, you weren't taking a swim and thought you grabbed a fish, but it was actually your buddy.
I'm sorry. Do you think I killed Nelson? Is that what you're insinuating there, sir?
That's not what I'm insinuating, but that's what you're gathering from my question. So clearly, there's been some disconnect between the two of us.
Listen, I've told you guys already everything I know. I'd like you.
I'll go wait in the car.
Um,
Damn it, rookie. Go wait in the car.
my friend just died, and I'm trying to deal with that right now. Um,
Sir, you got to ignore him. He's, in all honesty, he's probably going to flunk out of the academy. He's not one of our best and brightest.
all right.
We're definitely just trying to get to the bottom of this. We don't think it was a gator. Maybe it was some other, wildlife. We're just trying to figure out what it is so we can catch it and deal with it.
Okay. It's I thought I saw a form under the water, maybe just briefly, where it almost looked like a person. Um, but with it was just a shadow. It's hard to say.
So you saw like a shadow of a person in the water?
It maybe. It might have just been Nelson, and it might have just looked weird underwater. But the water's real murky, and it happened really fast, and I wasn't that
Interesting.
close.
Well, we'll definitely stay open to the possibility that it could be a person behind this. But thanks for all the information.
Yeah, no problem. But if I don't really appreciate what your deputy or your trainee there insinuated, and I'd like to be
Oh, don't
alone
worry
for a
about
Like
few
I
him.
minutes.
said,
I'll make sure he's reprimanded.
I wasn't insinuating nothing. You just took it the wrong way. But uh, whatever. Blame me. Blame the ride.
You're like downstairs at this point, mumbling to yourself.
Yeah, I'm just like, just comically like, oh, it's always my fault. Always Francis. Always Francis. Going down the stairs, waving my arms indignantly.
You should just not talk to anyone ever.
I should
Okay.
just never get out of the car.
It's
For your loss.
so he kind of wants you to head back out the door and leave.
Oh yeah, we're heading out.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, you do that. What do you do? It's probably about 5 o'clock, maybe 5:30.
Huh. How long would it take us to get to the spot in the river?
Not long, like half an hour. But
Well, it seems like the best thing to do at this point in time. I don't think we're going to be getting much else from.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a few hours of daylight. We could probably make it to that spot and see if we can't see anything nearby that looks out of the ordinary.
okay.
Yeah, and good news is, if it is a fish, I'm prepared with my my southern fishing rod.
Okay. Well, okay. You guys exit the motel. Head back towards the car. What kind of car is it again that you have?
It's a Model Y. Basically, just
Oh
think of
yeah.
the old school, like 30s style car, 30s, 40s style car.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You guys head back into the Model Y. A crow caws as you guys drive off into the distance. Yeah. It takes you a little time to get up there. You get to the point where it happens, and there's no like crime scene markers or anything. It's just a spot on the river. And I'm not entirely sure if there's any information to be gained here, but if you guys can talk to me about what you're doing to find information, I might be able to find you some.
Well, okay. because there's no Amish here to yell at me for doing so, I want to investigate a mystery, specifically, where did it go? If I can even find that information.
How? Yeah. How? But no. Tell me how you would
Well,
find. Like,
that
how
w-
do you think you would find that information? How
Now
would you
that
start to determine that?
Now, assuming it was something that was either under the water or hunts in the water, it would logically, you know, occasionally come out of the water, if only because we found the body was found half mile down the river, like on the bank.
Yeah, like it washed up.
Oh, like it washed up. Okay, I wasn't sure how far on the bank.
I think the body was. I don't even know. My scales are off here. I don't know how far half mile is. I'll say the body was found here.
Yeah. To scale doesn't. I'm not really concerned about to scale. I'm just going with what you said versus what's shown on the map. The map's just visual aid.
Yeah.
So if that's not the case, okay, what about this? Probably be more along the lines of what happened here, but looking for anything that looks like disturbed by by not by the sheriff or anything walking around, or the
So you're looking for like any sort of tracks, maybe any sort of indication that something
broken
unnatural
branch.
move.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Investigate a mystery.
Come on, let's do this. And
It's pretty bad,
Guys.
dude.
guys,
And you're getting all
there's
kinds of
something here.
experience.
So you're okay. Here's what happens. You're like really focusing on trying to like. You're like checking tree branches and shit, which doesn't make any sense because the thing was in the water the whole time.
Could have been a bat.
And because of that, you don't notice a shape in the water.
Hmm.
And the shape in the water moves and it's barreling towards you. And it is an alligator. What do you do?
Now that sounds like something that the way you phrase that, sounds like it's something that I am aware of. Although
No, you hear it, like you hear the splash of the water and there's a gator coming at you. And they move fast, mind you. Like
yes, they do.
and like it's like 10 feet away from you right now. What do you do?
Let's see.
I think everyone else is like a little bit further down the shore, maybe like 30 yards.
I'm just
away.
watching him getting eaten by a gator. I'm just kind of amused.
Well, there's two things I can do here. The question is, which one do I want to do more?
How quickly the gator's gonna get you.
No, don't worry. This is Fallout. We froze time. We're lining up our shot with VATS.
In the new Fallout, you can't use bats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
multiplayer
I know.
though.
Got to
No,
react.
that's allowed.
Yeah.
And it's taking place in
Oh,
my home
really?
state. What's up?
Yeah, it's
My dad only likes Fallout because you can pause it.
it's fun. But I can't not. Gut instinct is to reach for the 9mm in the holster and take a shot at it.
All right, roll to kick some ass.
Kick some ass. That is, how do I do that again?
It's plus
yeah, that's
stuff.
Yep.
Oh, hot damn. Okay.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
you
see. How
kick
much
some
ass do I kick?
Okay, so how much harm does that do, first of all?
Pistol is 2 harm.
Okay.
It's also loud, so you hear it, guys.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so what's your additional effect?
Additional effect, that's a plus 12, so I get an. Do I get the enhanced effect, or is that something special I can't get yet?
No, because you don't have the advance. You haven't upgraded the move. That's
Yeah,
you have to
gotta
take an
upgrade it.
improvement to upgrade the move. But you choose one of the effects from on a 10 plus.
I will suffer 1 less harm.
All right, yeah, you suffer less harm. So it like nicks, like you do this weird. Like, you pull the pistol out. You fire once. It hits it in the back. Um, and it's a tough hide, but you see the bullet penetrates somewhat. The gator like nips at your leg to bite you, and does 2 harm. No, it does 1 harm because you took reduced harm. I think you have armor too.
I have armor 1, and then I took the reduced harm. So
Right. So you take 0 damage here. But it does unsteady you and it makes you fall back. The gator doesn't get a hold of you though.
good.
So you're on the ground, sort of backpedaling away from this alligator. You put 1 bullet in its back, but it still looks like it's rearing for more. What is everyone else doing?
I want to kind of lean over to Tanya and be like, it's kind of poetic. Like, he just ate some gator and the gator's about to eat him. So.
So true.
Easy
And
come,
I think
easy
you need a
go.
license to hunt gators around here, so
Vincent,
we
you
can't get
freaking
involved.
get your pale ass over here.
Do you think he scared it off?
I mean, he may have. I don't know.
It's still
He guts
coming
pretty
at him.
loud.
Well, because I'm getting surrounded by the most helpful of helpful friends, I think it's just kind of backpedaling and take another shot at this thing.
Who? All right, roll.
Um,
Roll. Are you more focused on getting away, or are you more focused on getting a shot on?
I probably at this point probably getting up and getting some distance.
Roll to act under
serpentine.
pressure.
Okay, that is what cool.
Yeah,
That passes.
it does. Why is it coming up red?
Because he
because
rolled
one
a
of them
Rolled
was
a
a-
1 in there. Okay, that's
Yep,
why.
that's
That's
why.
dumb.
It is.
Okay, so on a 7 to 9, act under pressure, the keeper is going to give you a worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. The price you pay is you drop your pistol. Do you do that?
That's what I gotta do. Let's just hope that it eats it and then it goes off in its stomach and kills it.
That's a lot to hope for.
I don't think that's how guns work.
Okay,
You
yeah,
don't know
you
my
scramble
guns.
you scramble to your feet, but you drop your pistol on the ground behind you as you scramble away. Yeah, you're kind of moving away from it, and I guess everyone else is. The two of you are still just watching.
I mean, we just watched him get knocked down by a gator and then stumble away. Like, I mean, I'm probably laughing.
Are
Like,
we
this is-
standing in the creek?
I mean, we're
I
a
don't.
little
Are
ways
you?
away.
I think
What
you're
are
on the
you
shore.
doing?
I'm gonna
Shore.
look around and then get to the shore.
Okay. Are you like assessing for threats right now? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm looking for more gators and like moving.
Do you have your drone out flying right now, or are you just doing this with your eyes?
I'm doing it with my eyes.
All right. Read a bad situation.
Okay, let me see. Sharp. Eight.
Hold 1.
Okay. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
There's the gun on it.
Let's see here. Yes. There's another form lurking in the water around the river bend, just observing. You see yellow eyes out in the distance, or orange eyes out in the distance, peeking.
I like nudge Vincent and make him aware of it. And then I send my drone up.
Okay. What's Vincent doing?
I want to try to get like sort of the high ground on this thing and see if I can't like track it. Like it, so if it goes away, like we may be able to follow. I just kind of want to get like a better vantage point to look at this thing.
To look at not
Orange
the alligator.
eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Yeah. I don't care about the alligator. That's Francis's problem.
That sounds like you're also trying to read a bad situation to me.
Sure.
Yeah. Roll that. Yeah, hold one.
Um, hmm, out of those questions, I'm not sure really what would apply, but I basically want to assess what this thing is, like assess if this is a threat, like if this thing's a danger, or if it's just like another alligator, if it's another animal. Like, I want to just like size this thing up.
All right, that to me sounds like you're asking what's the biggest threat, and I think acutely the answer is the alligator. This thing doesn't it seems to be observing but not pushing on you right now, at all.
Okay.
Yeah, back to let's cycle back over to Francis. You are currently outrunning an alligator who's chasing you right now. Where are you going, or what are you doing?
At this point,
Running zigzags.
that yes, of course, first and foremost, running back to the getting back towards the other two and just kind of like cursing, "God damn gator, you're a goddamn ambush predator! What are you doing chasing me, you dumb son of a bitch?"
Okay.
Just running back.
Um, act under pressure again to see if you can maintain distance on this.
The answer is no.
It's catching up. It's definitely going to bite you right now unless one of your friends helps you.
Um,
What are Vincent and Tanya doing?
I mean, I'm still looking at this orange eyes in the water. I'm trying to figure out what this thing is.
come on, I need a drone strike.
I'm watching my screen to see the drone like over the monster that we're looking at and see its outline if I can.
Okay. We're going to read. Okay. Tanya is going to read a bad situation, taking +1 because of her. She's using her drone to do it. Or I'm sorry. Investigate mystery. What did I say? Did I say read a bad situation or investigate mystery?
You said read a bad situation, but
It's
are they
investigate
both
mystery.
sharp?
It's definitely investigate mystery. So because you're investigating the monster right now. What?
Oh, it's the weird plus
Oh,
plus
shoot.
thing.
Yeah.
Well,
What
that's
happened there?
still that's a lot. First of all, that is
Yeah,
That's a 14.
14.
14.
So yeah, okay, hold 2.
Okay. Well, wait. Investigate a mystery. Don't I get to ask you any questions?
Yeah, out of that list, yeah.
What is the outline of the creature? Is it a gator or not?
Okay. So what sort of creature is it? It is definitely not a gator. You zoom in on it. You use the IR function to enhance the low light. And what you see is like a form of a. It looks humanoid. It's got arms and legs. It stands like 6.5 feet tall ish. It's hard to tell exactly. The thing's mostly in the water and like it's murky water and like the even with the drone you can barely penetrate into it. Um, but it's got like a fin on the top of its head. It's clearly this like a slimy water monster of some sort, but it has a humanoid shape.
What can it do?
What it can do is telepathically communicate with that alligator. It's currently attacking Francis. And you're observing that happening right now. Like you can see it like focusing.
Well, shoot.
Man, I could use a drone strike right now, but I'm not getting one, I guess.
My drone doesn't have any weapons.
It is a weapon.
No, it's not.
Look, the
Drones are
Japanese could
extremely
turn
fragile.
non-functioning planes into weapons. I don't see why you can't with your drone.
I'm not kamikazing my drone into the alligator. The alligator will eat it whole.
And then you destroy it from the inside. It's
It's
genius.
the size of a cat.
It's an oddly specific comparison.
I painted little whiskers on it.
Now it makes sense.
I'm gonna note this that there the sprawl has like class like you choose like a frame for your drone and like
Hmm.
you choose a size. There's like tiny, which is insect size. Like, there's small, which is like rat size, or it's r- rat to cat size. Medium is like dog size, and there's large, which is like bear size. She chose a small drone, so it is in fact cat sized, and
But
that's a
my
mechanic.
cats are 20 pounds, so
Yeah, it's a big cat. It's a chunky
big
cat,
cats.
but yeah, that's how big her drone is, and apparently has whiskers on it, which I love. You're gonna have to tell me. You're gonna have to describe this drone to me. I'm gonna make my own fan art of it later. But
Okay.
yeah, cool. Vincent, what your buddy Francis is about to get munched on.
Man, I don't know if I would say we're buddies per se, but
I didn't shoot you, therefore I didn't kill you, therefore we're buddies.
I mean, could have killed me if you tried, but
I could. Yes, you're right. I could have killed you if I tried, but I didn't try.
anyways, I think I'll try to help him out. I'll try to like distract the alligator.
How are you doing that?
I'm gonna pick up like a big rock nearby and just like chunk at it, just throw it.
Okay. Roll to act under pressure. Okay. Um, you can distract the alligator, but it is definitely going to start charging you if you do it.
That's fine.
All right, yeah, you throw a rock, you hit it in the side of the head, and it immediately turns towards you. It looks straight in your eyes, its eyes flash yellow, and it starts barreling at you. What's
I'll
Francis doing? Okay. Well, no, I think Francis, you see this thing tear off your heels real quick. What do you want to do?
How much damage did that do again? If
It
any?
did nothing to you.
Oh, good.
That was that. I decided the move I made there was it caught up with you.
Okay. I just want to double check. I didn't miss something of vital importance.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Uh, with that, now that I'm not running for my life, whip out the old shotgun and how much distance is it between the two of us now? The gator and
It was like literally on your heels when the rock hit it in the face and it turned towards it. Like it's like 3 feet away from you now because it just turned and started towards Vincent.
this and still get some distance, you know?
Okay.
Like getting distance and pulling the shotgun out of the holster as or not holster, but sling
Yeah.
bag, the shoulder bag, I guess,
Yeah. Okay.
gun case. That's the word. I couldn't think of the word.
So you keep it in a case then. What do you keep it in?
I was thinking, like the like for going out, yeah, keep it kind of covered in one of those
So you like a bag, like a
yeah,
soft
kind
bag.
of like a bag, I guess. But once you have it out, you have this strap around to keep it around your on your chest, on your back, however you want to have it,
All right. I
military
think
style strap.
act under pressure to see how fast you can get your gun out.
Okay, that is once again cool.
All
I
right.
keep
Yeah.
seeing the red. I keep thinking, man, I'm gonna level up so fast.
Yeah. No, it's not. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Here's the choice here. You can pull the shotgun out, but it is on. It's moving up on Vincent pretty quick. You can choose to fire, and I'm gonna have you roll to kick some ass to do it. But if you fail, you're gonna hurt Vincent. Or you can just hold. You don't have to actually fire.
Mm. Well, now that there's distance between us, because that was the other thing I was doing. I'm pretty confident I'm not gonna hit Vincent. Pretty confident I'm not gonna hit Vincent.
Okay.
That'd be 3 damage. I don't think it gives me anything different.
Right.
Because it was only just 7.
Yeah. Okay. It just deals that damage, so it takes.
Just
that
deals
harm.
3.
Okay. Vincent, this thing's like in your face. Francis quickly spun, pulled a shotgun out, fired on it, narrowly avoiding you. What do you do?
In the moment that that thing gets impacted by the shotgun pellets, I'm going to just pull out my sword and attempt to impale it, like
Where do you
as it's
keep your
running towards me.
sword?
In my cane.
That's right. Okay, I thought we established that. Okay,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, it's in my hand right now. Yeah,
Roll to
technically.
kick some ass.
All right,
Why does an FBI agent need a cane?
to look fucking badass, obviously.
Oh, wait. Of course, you're Horatio Kane.
Ah, now you get it.
Yes. It's okay. The best alias NA. Okay, what do you? All right. So what's your 10 plus there?
Oh shit, yeah, I do get that, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just take 1 less damage or 1 less harm.
All right. Yeah, you sort of pirouette around it and jam the sword in its head. Again, having trouble penetrating the thick hide, but it does get through, and you definitely draw blood. Um, and it nips at you and only does 1 harm to you. Do you have any armor?
I am immortal, so I suffer 1 less harm.
Okay, so I make a 0 harm move against you. Um,
It bites off your leg. Oh, I'll get another one. I'm immortal.
you
Tis
it
but a
it,
flesh
it kind of
wound.
makes you stumble. Your next action in this fight is going to have you're going to take -1 forward to it.
Okay.
Tanya, what are you doing?
How far away is it? The
Um,
either creature?
the like the one that you're observing with your drone is like 100 yards away. Like it's well, maybe not quite that far. Like 50 to 70 yards away, somewhere in there. It's like far away. You've just managed to catch it like observing from that distance. The alligator on the other hand is pretty close. You made your way to shore over where Vincent is. Francis came running over too. That thing's like less than 20 yards away right now.
Okay. Can I? Can drones like park in the sky? Can it just like
Oh yeah,
chill
you
up
can
there?
just put it in hover.
Okay, and then can I go and try and? I don't want to shoot the gator. Can I shoot the gator with my shotgun?
Yeah, you sure can. Roll to kick some ass.
Wait, why don't you want to shoot it? You just ate gator. Like,
You want it fresh.
yeah, get it from the source.
No, I like gators. They're my favorite. 9.
All
They
right,
are
yeah, you come
delicious.
charging over. You pull out the shotgun you try to make sure you get it up in its face to take it down. Um, and as a result, it turns on you and quickly and like manages to swing in and like get a nip of your leg. You take 2 harm, but you swing over, pull the shotgun out, blast it in the back of the head, and it falls dead.
Okay, and then I want to look back at my drone and see what the creature is doing.
As you turn your attention back towards the drone, the creature has disappeared. It's gone. It's probably you can assume it probably dipped back under the water and has disappeared into the black murk of the Ouachita River.
Well, we killed it. We killed the monster, guys.
Got it. All right. Well, I think our work here is done.
Yep, we'll just build the town. We'll collect our $5 and be on our way.
That's how that works.
Well, first things first, collect the dropped pistol.
Good idea. Solid.
Yep. I'd rate that pretty high on the list of ideas I could have done there.
I want to attempt to heal Tanya.
Okay. You have a move for that?
Use magic. Kill one harm from an injury.
Okay. Well, yeah. What's the magic healing spell look like?
So I'm gonna say it's almost the exact opposite of my drain life. So instead of like touching a creature, and like kind of sapping its life essence, I touch like a wound and almost kind of like breathe new life into it. Like if the flesh is decayed, it starts to kind of.
So you kind of like use your chi to like push that forward. Like, is this like a thing? This is energy that comes from within you. Do you like use herbs or anything?
No, it's more of like a spiritual thing, like a transference of like life. Like that's kind of what
Okay.
sustains me and makes me immortal. So instead
Okay.
of me taking it, I'm kind of giving it. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Roll use magic.
That's weird. 11.
All right. Yeah. The magic works as intended. Choose your effect, and the effect is heal one harm from an injury or cure a disease. Okay. So yeah. Tanya, you heal one harm.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. What do, team?
What do indeed?
You're running out of daylight here.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have a better idea of what we're up against. But it's starting to kind of get dark out. I feel like we're at a disadvantage here. Maybe we should find a place to call it a night.
Yeah, maybe we should should we hide the body?
I mean, gator body.
The gator with several bullet wounds and a sword wound.
I mean, you're in Louisiana. I don't think that's going to seem that far out of the ordinary here.
I mean, that's true. You see them good old boys hunting with their sabers all the time, but
I mean,
It is
they
a
have.
bloody mess, by the way. Shotguns have that messy tag, and you guys use shotguns, what, 2, 3 times during that fight?
There's plenty of wildlife that'll clean it up for us.
you're also leaving some good eating there.
Good eating.
You just want to eat the gator, don't you?
Sell it to the pizza place.
Look,
I mean,
it's
if you wanna-
locally sourced.
I mean, if you want to eat, if you want to gather it for food, be my guest. I mean, you got to remember, we're putting this in your car. So
Yeah, we don't have
Guys, we don't have a hunting license for this gator.
do you think this one horse town really cares about who does and doesn't have a hunting license? But you bring up a good point. We don't have our good buddy is stuck in Scotland or Scottsdale, or he's
Yes,
visiting his buddy
his
Scott.
his
Visiting
haven
his
is
buddy
located in
Scott.
Scottsdale, Arizona.
He's stuck visiting his buddy Scott or whatever, and we can't send it to his little hidey hole that he goes to every so often. So
I don't think he likes it when you just send dead things his way, anyways.
I'm sure
He
he'd
just-
love the food.
He just calls him up. Hey, it happened again.
All right, well, why don't we head back?
Okay. There was vacancy at the Edwards Motel, by the way. And as far as you guys can tell, that's the only motel in town. So unless you guys have another plan for where you're staying.
Stay in the gator like it's a tauntaun from Star Wars.
Ew, I'm getting a room at the motel.
Kidding, I'm
Yeah, I
kidding.
say we just get some rooms at the motel.
All right. Yeah, you guys shuffle back. There's the teenage girl at the desk again who barely looks up from her phone.
I
as
ring the
she-
bell 5 times.
This
Yeah,
time
they
she's
don't-
like, "What? What do you? Could you not do that?"
Yeah, we need a room or 2 or 3 or I don't know how much money you guys have.
I mean, I'm like a millionaire at least.
Yeah, but yeah, what? So, all right, that's what I'm hearing. You're paying. Okay, got it.
Oh no, I wasn't volunteering that at all. I was just bragging.
No. Yeah, it's on Mr. Kane's tab over there.
No, I mean, there's a reason I'm a millionaire. It's because I don't spend my money. It's
The girl looks up from the desk and says, "How many rooms? King or two queens?"
2 queens, please.
Yeah.
Are
I
there
mean-
couches? Are there pull-out couches in them too?
I mean, we may as well all just pile in one room, right? We have a lot to discuss.
Says we can send a cot up if you really need one.
Much appreciated, ma'am.
You know, I like your enthusiasm. Seems like you really enjoy working here.
Oh, I'm thrilled, she says.
Oh, I'm sure. You know, you have it made. This is quite a fine establishment.
Look, miss, I'm sorry. He was born before sarcasm was invented, so he doesn't get it.
Sarcasm is an ancient art.
I'm a master in it.
Ma'am, can we get the Wi-Fi password too while we're at it?
Yeah, she gives you all that. And she sends an extra cot up to a room. You guys get room 116.
Can I hack her phone?
Yes, where are you going with this?
She's sending her cat pictures
I don't know.
all
I
night.
just wanted to see if I could.
It's not a question if
act
I-
under
if I
pressure
should.
to see if you can hack her phone, I guess.
One second, I'm trying. Four.
You did a real bad job hacking her phone.
But you get experience.
Yes. I experienced the failure of hacking.
Okay. What move do I want to make against you here? You get locked off of the Wi-Fi. You can't access the internet from this location.
No! That's the worst punishment.
Yeah, so if you wanted to start Googling about the information your drone picked up, you're gonna have a hard time doing that from here.
I still have cell service though, right?
Yeah, you do.
It'll just cost me data, and I'll go over my limit again and get yelled at.
That's the worst thing that can happen to you.
Yeah, Dad said I couldn't go over the data again.
Okay, you guys are settling in for the night. You doing anything else?
Yeah, I can't really think of anything else to do right now.
I just got a text from Garrett, and he said to block all drains. So maybe we should do that.
Yeah. Do you give any information as to why?
I mean, I told him the creature was huge, but he said if it's a water creature, you gotta block the drains.
Sounds a little paranoid, but I guess we
Yeah.
could entertain him.
He said it might have little babies. You never know.
Yeah, could be
Question,
sending-
Tanya, do you do that?
Sure.
Okay. I'm just remembering that you have this thing on your character sheet called contrary.
Oh wait, then no. Heck no, Techno. That's so weird.
All right. Well, you have +1 ongoing for anything that has to do with you not blocking that drain up, which I suspect will be nothing. But, anyways,
Does Andy get XP for that? He wants to know.
sure. Say hi to him for us, by the way. Love you.
Oh, let him know that we left him a present in Scotland.
He
Did
said he
Meg-
loves you too, and he wishes he was here.
Okay. All right. So morning comes. Uh, you guys get up. You still don't have Wi-Fi access because someone um, managed to breach the terms of service of her Wi-Fi use.
At least people don't hate me.
Yet. They'll turn on you. They'll turn on you. Let old Francis let you know all about that.
It's the weirdest thing. Every time Francis talks to someone, they turn on him.
Yeah, they always say, "Please get off my land," and I said, "Like, sir, we're in the middle of the swamp. I don't think you own this land."
All right, guys. You guys get up. You step outside. A crow caws again, and an ambulance drives by.
Oh.
Well,
Lights on.
seems like might be a good thing to check out, or could be just you know, old Mr. Abernathy locked himself in his study again.
You said a crow caws again?
Is that a code or something? The crow calls at
Is
midnight.
this like? I mean, do we notice this?
I'll send
It's
my
like
drone out after it.
After the crow?
Yeah. You see a crow sitting up in a tree. It looks like it's looking at you.
I mean, is this like a normal
The
crow, or does
creature
this
looks
look
through the
any?
crow.
Its eyes are shining kind of yellowish.
Oh, so this crow is probably being all mind controlled by this thing.
Mm.
Could be. Who knows?
Uh, can we? Or well, I guess this is speaking for myself, but can I act like I don't notice it, but see where the crow may go?
Yeah, sure.
Just like kind of keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, sure. Just tell me what you're doing, and I'll tell you what the crow's doing.
What are we doing, guys? I mean, following this ambulance. I mean, to be fair, like we don't know where the ambulance is going. We don't know what it's about, but
Mm.
I can't
Well,
imagine that there's a ton of emergencies in a small town like this.
It's heading out towards the river.
All right, well then,
all right,
yeah.
well, that done settles it.
If it's heading that way, I think we should follow it.
Yeah, and if we're asked anything, we heard there was some firewood that needs some chopping around here, and that's why we're out here with me with my chainsaw. Or we can keep up with the whole FBI shtick. One or the other.
So you're following the ambulance?
Yeah, sir.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, the ambulance comes out, drives out the streets. It starts moving towards here. Here. I'll make the dot up here. There. Yeah. As you guys are pulling out behind the ambulance, the crow takes off and starts following your car. And you can see ahead of the ambulance there is a sheriff's department car pulling off, heading in the same direction as the ambulance. You arrive, and by the time you arrive behind the ambulance, looks like they're treating someone who seems to be bleeding profusely, but is alive. Down by the water. You see a guy, looks like he's in his late 30s. He's kind of big. Definitely falls into the obese category from a BMI calculator standpoint. He's got like a buzzed haircut, and he's bleeding heavily from the leg.
His leg is still there, though, yes?
Yes. And he's being loaded into the ambulance like right now.
He's being loaded into the ambulance.
Correct.
Okay. Hey,
Like there's some paramedics like trying to stop the bleeding, and they're trying to get him uploaded and to go.
Vince, you want to go help out, show off your special FBI skills you learned in the Army?
There is someone there from the sheriff's department too, who's like
Oh,
observed.
I'll walk up to the person from the sheriff's department and
Okay.
ask them what's going on here.
So yeah, the guy from the sheriff's department looks like a deputy of some sort. He looks like in his late 20s, athletic build. He's mostly clean cut, but he's got kind of like a straggly beard. Like he's got maybe a couple, like 2 or 3 days of shaving. He skipped. Um, yeah, and he's just sort of standing over. He says, uh, "Excuse me, folks, and you stand back. We got this under control."
I'll flash the badge, introduce myself, and just ask him, again, like, what's going on here? What happened? What's the situation?
Okay. I think he starts to take a close look at your badge. Roll to manipulate someone.
Oh, and I can do that with my weirdness now.
Yes. Roll plus weird to manipulate someone. Yeah, you do. Okay. What happens on a 10 plus for
He does the whole wibbly thing with the badge. He goes, woo.
Do. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. So yeah, they'll do it for you. Reason you gave them. Okay, yeah. So he steps up. He looks at your badge. He says, "I'm not quite sure what the FBI is doing here, but yeah, this gentleman was just attacked by a gator out of the blue. Gator came out of nowhere, grabbed him. Uh, Seems awfully strange gator behavior, but
It does seem strange, almost like it's not a gator. We think a person from some of the reports we've heard could be behind this, and quite frankly, the FBI is here because there's been multiple unsolved murders, all with the same MO, and quite frankly, I just don't think you guys are doing a good enough job.
he laughs. He says, "Murders? No, there's been animal attacks. Um, and I don't know what you're talking about, but unless you can produce some reports that says the contrary,
Reports, do you know the statistics of that many animal attacks of the exact same type happening in a
well,
multiple week
maybe you should
period?
talk to the wildlife service. But we got the law
Oh,
here
trust
under
me,
control."
we have.
Okay.
All I need from you is to interview the person that was just now attacked. We need to get some reports of whatever animal, gator or otherwise, attacked them,
Okay.
while it's still fresh in their mind.
Because fine, you can go talk to him, but it was definitely a gator that attacked him. So, yeah, he waves you over towards the ambulance.
All right, so I'll go over to the ambulance. Is the guy like stabilized? I mean, he's not like just
Yeah,
like
like he's like they're just applying bandages right now, applying pressure to
oh,
stop the
okay.
bleeding. It's not
Just making
like
sure he's not gonna like bleed out while I'm trying to talk to him.
no.
Look, sir, I know you're fuzzy from blood loss, but
Right. I know you're on death's door, but I need you to hang in there and answer a few questions.
where were you today?
Okay. Yeah, so again, big guy, late 30s. He's in the ambulance. He's like, "Oh, it's nothing. It's no problem at all. I'll be just fine." Like the paramedics are like, "Well, no, we're gonna treat this and we're gonna bring it to the hospital. And it might risk of infection and all that and stuff." And okay, what do you do?
I'll introduce myself and ask his name.
Says, "Oh, my name is Bobby Kelly."
All right, Bobby, and so what happened here? I mean, you look pretty worse for wear.
Roll to investigate a mystery.
Sure.
Okay, pull two. Is what you're asking what happened here?
Yeah, it's gonna be my first question.
This gator came out of nowhere. Normally they like to lurk on the shorelines, but this one came from the center of the river, came up, grabbed my leg, started to pull me in, bit me hard. I'm bleeding pretty good, and it was a gator, and it had these yellowish eyes. Strangest thing. So what happened here is that um, a potentially controlled gator was sicked on this guy.
I mean, like how did that get resolved? Like, did he get away? Did he kill it? Did it just run away? Like
Says,
what?
well, I walled it real hard on the head, and it let go and disappeared. I gave it a good crack. It must have scared it off.
Okay. Okay. Where'd it go?
The gator went. Where did the gator go? It went downriver.
And about how long ago was this?
15 minutes.
So was from my knowledge of tracking the crow, was the gator and the crow both mind controlled at the same time?
Yes.
Interesting. And about how far apart were those, this attack and where we were with the crow?
I think I want to say like this entire stretch is probably about a mile. Like the length of the screen here.
Okay.
I don't know if that's actually true or not, but I'm gonna say it is.
All right. Okay. Um. So yeah, I think that's kind of just like feeding into the question of like what can it do, sort of. But I don't think I can ask another one. I think I already asked.
Yeah, but no, I'll grant you this just because you logicked it out pretty good. It can control multiple animals at the same time, and it can do so at distance. What that
All right.
distance is, or if there's a cap to it, you don't know.
Well, something I want to do is would be definitely investigate a mystery, and it'd probably be under what is being concealed here, because we spoke about how the whole thing
That'd
is.
be reading a bad situation. Like, are you like
Would that be?
you're looking around for threats? That's what you're doing.
Well, I was looking to see more along the lines of, okay, we know something is controlling animals, and it would probably be nearby-ish. Anything like that, or would that still be? Like, it would have been nearby-ish. It's probably hightailed it by now, but
I'm sorry. What?
looking to see, like, if we can find where the
The
mind controller
monster. Oh, okay.
monster is.
Yeah, roll to read a
Or
bad
what?
situation to see if you can
Okay.
determine if there's
Read
anything
a
else
bad
around.
situation. That is sharp. That is same stat, different day. Hey,
Okay, yeah, hold
I
two.
didn't fail. I'm sorry. That's only happened once before where I didn't fail.
Actually, read a bad situation. You hold three, which is why I was so confused before. I knew one of them was hold three.
10 plus. Okay, hold 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. I mean, my questions weren't really relevant into that, but I guess immediately just, are there any dangers we haven't noticed, or were there?
Oh, I
'Cause-
see. You're asking what's being concealed here,
yeah,
which
that's what
is
I
under
was getting at
investigative mystery.
before.
Okay, okay. I'll take that as an investigative mystery then.
Okay, I mean, it's the same stat,
What
is
is
all.
being concealed here? Well, first of all, this guy's being a big tough guy, even though he's a big baby. He thinks he walloped the thing hard, but it just let him go and swam away. That's being concealed here. Um, yeah, and there's some birds up in the trees watching you.
And since that's a hold 2, what else? Honestly, there's nothing really that we don't already know,
Okay, well
or
you can release the hold. You don't have to spend it.
yeah, I'll release that hold because I don't really have anything else that would
Okay,
be,
cool.
plausible.
Yeah, that's fine.
Damn. The one time I pass.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens. So, okay. Just kind of motion of the birds. Yeah, you guys seeing that? I'm pretty sure they're not there pecking at good old purse boy down the river.
What's that?
Not pecking at the gator we killed down the river.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
following us.
Who's following?
Or
Oh,
the
the
birds.
crows. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they do that. They follow you.
Because Vincent didn't share with the class what he knew,
I mean, you should have been more observant.
and I was.
I
Well,
mean,
now
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
there are two birds now though. The original one that was following you from the hotel, and there's just one that was just also sitting watching the scene.
Now what we need, what if what I'm thinking is correct, we need to wait to see where they're going. Either they're being controlled and going back to feed information one way or the other, or they'll just fly off in some random direction. Problem is, we have no clue what's going on here, other than that probably some fish boy who can control monsters.
Can I use one of my connect the dots
Sure.
to what does the monster want from this person that they just injured?
He wanted a distraction.
Oh,
Hey guys, I think this is a distraction,
a distraction
and we need to
from
get.
what?
Can I use my connected dots to do when and where
I'm
will the
pretty
next
sure.
critical event occur?
Yeah, it's there. You hear it just barely, but there's some thrashing down the river across down here. Oh wait, down here.
I mean, we should probably go check that out, right?
Yeah. Hey, officer, you hear that down the river? That sounds like it could be a gator attack. Might want to go make sure it's not attacking any of the good folk from around here in Jonesville.
Are you saying that?
Well, I mean, I'd be like, be like, why don't? I mean, do you hear that or just me?
Yeah. What, Tanya? What do you? How are you communicating here?
I'll alert them to the noise and then go up to the sheriff and ask him for a lift.
He looks at you and says, "Oh, you FBI folks can't get around yourself."
Well, sir, you know these parts better than anyone. And we believe something bad's about to happen if you can hear the struggling down
Says,
south.
I have protocol to follow here. Uh, you think there's some sort of problem? You can go off and check that out on your own.
Protect and serve mean
Alright.
nothing to you there, sir? Didn't you take the oath?
He says, "Listen, you folks might be FBI, but I still have my own responsibilities here. If you're gonna interfere um, with my responsibilities, I will. I promise you, I'll arrest you for obstructing justice."
I would like to roll to manipulate someone.
How are you manipulating him?
Sir, we are the FBI. I believe we outrank you, and by neglecting your duties when someone from this good town could be in danger, you are not only ignoring protocol, you are actually potentially endangering someone's life. And if we catch wind, that's exactly what's going on. I'm sure there'll be hell and high water for you to pay.
All right, so you're threatening him with possible,
Yeah,
with
consequences.
roll to manipulate someone.
Man, I should have taken a thing and let me roll tough for manipulating with intimidation. I pass.
All right, on a 7 to 9, they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now. If you ask too much, they tell you what, if anything, it would take for them to do it. You would have to show them a signed order to get him to do this right now. He doesn't want to help you, and he doesn't see you as a superior.
Vincent, you are my commanding officer in this operation. Now, does everything I say check out, or does that not? Do we need to go and get the upper echelons, regional manager, in your layman's terms?
Okay,
You know what?
this is me telling you that nothing short of an actual written order signed by like a federal agent, like a federal agency, is going to do it, or
The thing
a
is,
call from his boss is going to make him do what
my
you want him to do.
My logic is Vincent has successfully convinced him that he is a federal agent and he is my superior. Therefore, he could make a written statement and supply that.
Like it would have to like. What I'm saying is this guy doesn't like the FBI and he sees himself as employees of the sheriff department. He's not going to help you. And I am telling you this as honestly as the keeper, so you don't waste more time trying to get this guy to do what you want him to do, because he's not going to do it.
Fine, screw off, dude. If someone dies, it's on you, and I'm running to the north.
We'll just go do your job
South.
for you. Don't worry about it, son.
You running to the
I'll
north?
take off.
Hope you didn't have a family
To the
feed there,
north,
son.
right?
It was down here.
Is
You
that
are
south?
here. It is
I
there.
know, noise. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you said north. I'm like, that's the opposite
No,
direction.
noise.
All right, yeah. So, um, you go around, or you head towards the noise. Like, do you go around? Like, you're on this bank of the river. Do you guys go around this, or do you like swim through the river? What do you do?
How deep is the river?
It's
people were
pretty
wading in it, it's
shallow on
probably-
the sides, but it gets deeper in the middle. Like
Well, we don't know of any bridges, anyways.
Yeah.
So if it's over here, there's literally no way we could get to it other than going across the river.
Let me hear. The place you're going is here.
Oh,
Same problem.
Right.
We don't know of any way across the river.
Yeah, I mean,
I
we had to
drive
cross at some point.
all the way down to
And
the
honestly-
ocean.
Honestly, right here looks like the narrowest point.
Yeah, we may as well cross where we're at.
All right, yeah,
Yeah,
you guys, okay. You splash into the water, wade your way across. You actually have to kind of swim across. It's a slow-moving river, so it's not like the current's taking you away or anything. But yeah, you start making your way down there. And what you see, there's more splashing as you approach. And what you see as you finally make your way there is there's a body floating in the water, currently face down, green clothing, like a green uniform of some sort, currently face down in the water. You can't tell if he's dead or not. What do you do?
I go to pull him out.
I say just rush it in there to get him.
I mean, I'll look
Oh.
and see if there's any immediate danger and then try and get him.
All right, that sounds like to me you're trying to read a bad situation.
Sure.
Okay, roll plus sharp.
8.
All right, hold one.
What's the biggest threat?
The monster underwater here, watching.
Just watching is like a ways.
It's swimming away from the body right now.
Okay, then I'm gonna get the body.
All right, yeah, you rush in there to do that. Act under pressure. Take +1 to this.
See if this works. 5.
Okay, so 5 plus minus 1, so
No
it's
good.
4 plus 5. Okay. Oh, so that can't even be helped there. All right. What happens here then?
Well, I get an
You
improvement.
you move in and as you're trying to move as fast as you can into the water to get to the person, the monster turns back on you. And it swims towards you. As you're trying to reach the body, it grabs you by the ankle and pulls you under. Guys on the shore, what are you doing?
I would have actually been like shotgun trained on the river around the body, knowing that whatever was attacking is probably still around.
What are the tags on your shotgun?
Oh, close. In that case, it'd be pistol then, because that's longer range.
Okay.
Actually, they're both technically considered close, but I imagine a pistol
I
has
think the
better range
pistol
than
has better. It's yeah.
Yeah.
I think shotgun's like hand to close, and whereas pistol is like kind of close and
Yeah, I'd
not
say
far, but you know.
yeah. If we because I don't think there's anything that's relegated as medium. I'd say shotgun close, pistol medium, and then the rifle would be long because I know that's long.
So yeah, I think you don't have fictional positioning to use a shotgun here. I think the pistol makes
No.
more sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so act under pressure to take the shot and see if you can get it off of Tanya.
All right, come on, let's be a cool boy. That's not cool. No, that's. I don't take the shot because I'd admit, Tanya goes underwater. Don't think I.
I have to make a move against you here. Um.
Man, I should have had my chainsaw
Inflict
out.
harm as established. Tanya, take 2 harm as a pistol bullet hits you in the leg.
Ow, what the?
She says while underwater.
When you have a drone, you forget these things.
Yeah, you shot Tanya. Vincent.
Look out, he has a gun.
um.
Oh, Ashlo. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Also, yeah. Tanya, you're gonna take -1 ongoing until we can treat that pistol wound to some extent.
Okay.
I think I want to try to cast some magic to kind of like restrict or trap this creature,
So,
which would also potentially help Tanya get free.
so like kind of like a poor
I'm
man's
thinking
hold person, like.
Actually, I'm thinking more of like if we're comparing it to D&D, more. I'm actually thinking of WoW, but like more like druidic magic. I like kind of use some of the local like flora to like roots and vines and just like anything nearby to try and like trap and restrict them and pull the monster back and that kind of thing.
How do you do that on the fly from distance? What does that look like?
So I think it's almost like the stereotypical like casting a spell. So I'm kind of like trying to like focus on anything nearby. So again, like vines or roots in the water from trees and local shrubbery and that kind of thing, and just trying to like focus on everything nearby and like channeling some of like this magical energy surrounding my hands and trying to like direct or focus or move these to like lash at the creature and pull it back and try to like bind it and restrict it.
Okay, Tanya, you don't have you don't have armored, right? That's
Nope.
okay. All right, cool. All right, Vincent, roll to use magic, and I think I'm going to classify this as do one thing beyond the human limitations.
I was just thinking of trap a specific person. I didn't know if that would fall under just like trapping it.
Is what you're trying to do hold it in place, or is what you're trying to do is to get it to let go of Tanya?
Restricting it that may help Tanya get free. Like
Okay.
if it's holding Tanya and I'm like pulling it back with like these vines and roots and such, like
All right.
it's going to
Okay.
be a lot harder to hold Tanya down underneath the water.
Okay. Yeah. Roll to use magic.
Okay. 9.
All right. Choose a glitch.
Could it be the ragdoll glitch?
Oh, glitch. Weaken, short duration. So it's out of these 5, right? That I'm looking
Yes.
at. It's either weakened, shorter duration. Um, I would just say it has like a short duration. It's like a very channeled spell that takes a lot of focus and trying to do it
Right.
under pressure like this
I
makes it
think
worth.
yeah, I think that, and I think that
well.
if I had as the keeper had to choose one, I think that's the one I would have chose because I think that's one that files best from the fiction right now. All right, Tanya. You're currently being pulled underwater. You've
And
just
being
been
shot at.
shot. Um, what do you do?
Can I boop its snoot?
You trying to get it to let go? What are you booping its suit with?
My flashlight that I hit Vincent with.
Oh, okay.
It's strong
Roll
against
to
undead.
kick some ass. Keeping in mind you're doing -1 or ongoing currently.
Okay.
Are you trying to get like, or are you trying to do damage?
I'm just trying to like get a let go. I'm hitting it
I
on
think
the
that's probably
face.
more appropriate that you act under pressure then.
Okay.
You
8.
rolled sharp. Is that true? Is that you're supposed to do that?
Isn't that right? Act under pressure? Oh,
That's
just kidding.
cool.
Cool. Never mind. I'm
Well,
sorry.
okay, let's just mod it. What's your
So
what's your cool?
-1. So take the 2 and -1. So
It's
5.
1 or is it -1?
It's -1
Your cool is -1.
instead of 2, which is my sharp.
Oh,
So
so
5.
that's bad.
Yeah.
You don't do that. Um,
Neat.
it bites into you. Um, it bites into you. You take 3 harm from the bite. Yeah, well, it
So I'm
slashes.
unstable.
It slashes you with its claw, and you take 3 harm. You also pass out. You are currently unconscious underwater, being restrained by this thing. Guys, Tanya's in trouble. What do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this is more of like a concentration thing. So like, I feel like if I let this go, then it's gonna. I mean, I don't even know if this is doing anything, like
I
trying
feel
to
like
pull it back or restricting it.
at this point you got kind of just got to read the bad situation you're in.
Okay, I don't know if I would have to read a bad situation to know if I could even do this, but since I'm already channeling this spell, could I like channel even more, like try to like really hone my focus and get some like vines and roots to like pull her away from the monster? Like I'm already trying to hold it back,
Okay.
but can I like try to get some more in there to like basically try to pull them apart, like
Roll
get
use
her as
magic.
far away as I can?
Roll use magic, and the thing we're gonna do is what you're doing is one thing beyond human limitation, or whatever the phrasing of that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. On the plus side, I get experience.
Yeah, I'm 1 away from leveling again.
um,
Guys, someone
yeah.
save Tanya.
I'm trying. That's what I'm saying. I
I'm
want to read a bad,
trying. I'm casting magic and stuff.
and I want to read a bad situation to find out what the hell I can do. That is a
Okay, what I'm going to do is turn your move back on you by having the vines grab her and pull her further underwater.
Pull her what?
Forward
Sorry.
towards the
Oh,
monster.
Further
okay.
underwater.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Okay. So she just got kind of like tangled up in it instead of like pulling her away, basically.
Yeah.
It's very hard to control a lot of vines, guys.
yeah.
Francis, please.
I freaking do it every week. You want to fight?
Like I said, I have apparently no idea where the monster is, and last time I shot Tanya, so I don't.
Underwater.
I wonder if that would work. So, I would like to roll to read a bad situation in trying to find out, like, would, and this is me asking, what's the best way in? Allow for me to be like, what's the best way in so that I can shoot this motherfucker?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, that's how this question works.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't what's the best way I can get into this locked van?
I mean, you can use it like that too, but
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure it had room for, embellishments. Come on.
what?
How is that even possible?
Well, you see, when you have a -1 in sharp, hey, by the way, I level up.
Oh my god.
Do I do that actively or like after game?
No, it's not gonna happen right this second. Maybe.
This is the house fire all over again.
What, you're saying I can't just give myself more armor right now?
Okay. The monster. Let's see here. Shit. This is bad, guys.
The monster throws Tanya at me and she lands in the ambulance with the fat guy.
The monster pulls Tanya away. And you guys can't see her anymore.
Like underneath the water.
Wait,
Pulls her,
wasn't she
like-
underwater to begin with?
Yes. Like, it swims away.
Oh, so it's not trapped anymore?
No, that'd be the short duration part.
Fair enough. Fair point.
Yeah, it grabbed Tanya and you can't see Tanya anymore.
We should probably give chase.
Yeah, I think we should probably chase it.
Yeah, let's give chase. By the way, I'm just going to grab this tree bark here and slap it on so I have an additional layer of armor as I leveled up. I mean, if this were a game, of course.
No, you're not taking your improvement yet.
No, I'm going to mark it just so I don't forget it because I have to mark future failures because they're going to fail. But,
Okay.
That is the
what do
first time I failed this entire game too. Jesus. It's the worst possible moment.
How many fails do we have in a row here?
1, 2,
Enough.
just 2.
Enough.
No, mine is a fail too, because I
Yeah.
missed
Oh
the
yeah,
wrong thing.
5.
We had a 5,
6.
5, a 6, and a 2.
We
All
had
right,
6
guys.
failures.
How are you trying to track this thing and get Tanya back?
Is a good question.
Seems like a time to let's investigate a mystery because this has worked so well for me.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should
Oh.
like. Oh my god. I'm wondering if I could like investigate or use magic, like what one would actually work in this situation
Okay.
to try and track this thing.
Let me see.
I have an idea and I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to try it after you
Well,
do.
Alright,
it's
I'm
better
listening,
than
I'm listening.
mine. Mine is maybe she'll come back.
What's your idea?
Okay, to track it, I healed Tanya earlier, and I did so by transferring essentially some life force, like, into her to heal the wound, right?
Okay.
I want to try to use magic to track that little bit of magical or spiritual essence that I
That is
transferred
one
into
thing
her.
beyond the human limitations. I'll let you do it.
Okay. 11.
Okay. The monster has cycled towards this way. He's trying to get back upriver. He's actually pretty close right now. You can see, like, you sense it, and like it almost like glows in your eyesight, like just beyond, like, moving through the water pretty quickly that way. What do you do?
I mean, all I know to do is to chase it. Like, I mean, I don't think we can do anything else. We just have to try to catch up to it, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'll kind of, since I'm like more sensing it since it's underwater, I'll kind of like keep Francis updated to its location or its whereabouts, generally speaking, like
All right, so
as we're
you're
chasing it.
you're charging up shore to chase it, but it's just moving. At some point, you're gonna have to make a move here. What do you do?
I mean, I could try to grasp it again with the vines or the roots. I don't know any other way to trap this thing or to stop this thing. Like it's
Mm,
definitely going to get away from us in the water here.
Roll
I
to
don't think
use
we can
magic
keep up
again.
with it. 15.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
It's literally
You
as high
did
as I
it.
can possibly roll. There's literally no roll higher than that.
You
Uh,
needed a 16.
vines
No-
grab it and restrain it, um, and it lurches and it lets go of Tanya, who floats to the surface. She is in bad shape, but she is currently on the surface.
Francis, get Tanya as I like continue to focus these roots.
Yeah, that seems like a smart thing to do. Let's do that thing.
Okay, you're charging in. You just diving into water to get her. What are you doing?
Yeah,
All right, act under pressure.
come on. Look,
Come on, Jake, do not fail me right now.
Francis, you're pretty cool. You're like at least one cool. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Um.
I either save her or
Okay.
I don't. That's a hard choice.
I think we can get this out of here with Tanya alive.
Yay.
I am unstable, by the way, so I
Yeah.
don't know how that.
We'll get
I
to
could
that in a
take
second.
damage for that or something.
We'll get to that in a second. Um. Okay. You can get to Tanya and get her up and out of the water, but to do this, you're gonna end up within slashing range of the monster.
I have no qualms with that.
Okay. Take 3 harm as a claw slashes you as you swim past.
Would that be 2 because I have armor?
Yes. Anytime I'm going to tell you how much harm it is, you subtract your armor every time.
Okay, just want to make sure it wasn't one of those.
Okay. You get her up onto shore.
Could have done a better job restraining it, but okay.
He did a great job restraining it. Her body was floating within range of it, pretty much.
I
If
did
he
the
could
best
move, it wasn't
possible
damn
job
good.
you can. I did the best possible job you can do in the game restraining it.
Do
Okay.
better, damn it.
Okay. You feel intense pain as you pull her out, but you do it. Cool. All right. You and she are on the shore. Vincent is still restraining the monster. What do you do?
Wow.
I mean, I could let the monster go to tend Tanya,
How
but
not?
that's
Now,
Can I read a bad situation to see? I don't know how to word this, but like, what is more vital now? Like, is Tanya going to immediately die if we don't help her?
Read a bad
Or
situation.
okay, and that's plus what again? Sharp. Okay. 8.
Hold 1.
Um. What's the best way to protect the victims? I guess is kind of
Get
more what I'm trying to
Tanya
ask.
out of here now.
Okay, so let me it's the same question, but let me ask it in a different way. If I let this thing go, is it going to basically go straight for her? Or is it going to just like run away? Like is it better for me to hold it here and have them escape, the 2 of them, or is it better for me to let it go and then the 3 of us escape? Like what's the best way to protect her in that situation?
I'm not going to answer that question. Well, actually, this thing has been trying to conceal its identity, most part. You figure it's probably going to run if you release it.
Okay, if that's the case, I'll release it and run over to Tanya.
Okay. You let it go, it swims away. Okay, Tanya's passed out. She's got some water in her lungs, and she is unstable. I had to kind of read up on what that means real quick. Okay, do 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 do.
They may get worse. That's all it
All
says.
right, yeah. This is going to get worse. She has a gunshot wound on her leg. Um, she has a slash across her back that's bleeding profusely. She is currently unconscious and she's been in the water for some time. She needs immediate treatment.
So is there like obviously I know I could try to heal her magically and I can do that. But like is there a way to heal or stabilize in this game that's like not magical? Like I'm looking in recovery and it says something about like first aid. Like if I were to attempt first aid or something like that, would that heal her? Like is that a thing you can do?
Hang on. Do do
I
do.
mean, two things. One, I wish I could level up and get my DIY surgery where I can do like field surgery on people and it's awesome.
Right.
Or just get back to the car where we would logically have some form of first aid kit given how we do.
Right, like yeah, I mean I don't think we have anything on us, but if she's like drowning or something, then obviously we could perform like, CPR or something, but
All right,
If she's drowning,
you
she
can
has water in
perform
the
first aid, but that doesn't make things stable again.
It doesn't.
because it says in recovery, unstable wounds require first aid to become stable. But I don't know like what check would that would be, like act under pressure or what.
Yeah, because my DIY surgery says if 10 plus it's considered all good, counts as normal first aid plus stabilizes the injury and heals one harm.
That's a move you have.
That's a move I can have. So I'm just using that as a baseline because
All right, is that the improvement you want to take?
yeah, that probably would have been.
All right,
Now's a perfect
you're
chance
out
to
of
learn.
you're out
You
of
can take
combat.
armor.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. DIY surgery. What do I have to roll for that? That's cool. Oh, great. Actually that's not my worst skill. So you know what? Let's get a 7 or above. Why don't we?
And can I try to help him out? Like I'll try to also use some of my magic to help out. I think
Okay.
that's more of a help out roll than magic.
Yes, that is a help out roll. So
I need help. Because that makes it a 7.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
you
better
help
hope
out,
I
that
give you
makes it a 7.
+1.
That makes it a 7. It doesn't. It's good. You just need to get a 7, my dude.
Roll plus cool. Oh fuck.
Jesus fuck.
um
Oh
okay.
man. We are not good at this.
Literally face palm.
The sad thing
Okay.
is there's one away.
So both of you take experience. My God.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Um,
max level
We're
by the
learning
end
a
of
lot.
today. I am not a good doctor.
I mean, I only tried to help him out. Technically,
Vincent,
he's the one that
take
failed.
1 harm, ignore armor, as I'm gonna pretty much say that's a glitch from you using magic poorly. Okay, that's my move against you there. Francis. Let's see here. So it just counts as normal first aid, I think, is the thing that happens
On
here.
a 7 to 9.
Well, it count. You don't have to roll for normal first aid. You don't.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
good to know.
But
We
also
should have
normal
just done
first aid.
that.
Normal first aid
plus
doesn't
one of these.
stabilize wounds.
Okay, right. 7 9. It counts as first aid plus an additional aspect as well. Okay, I see.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna say you use up a bunch of your first aid equipment. You're gonna have to go reacquire some if you want to perform first aid again. That's my move against you for failing that. But yes, you failed to stabilize the wound. Um, let's see. Your Tanya, you're gonna heal 1 harm, but your wounds are still unstable. How are you guys gonna get her stable?
Well, I was just trying to help out before, so this time I'll kind of actually push Francis aside, and can I try to like actually use magic to heal her, kind of like I did before?
Okay, use magic.
4.
Boom.
That's
Choose a
better than a
glitch.
4.
Okay. So, question here. I was going to go with the glitch of where I just take 1 harm again, so it's exactly in line, basically with what you did before.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: when I take 1 harm, I take 1 harm less, or when I take harm, I take 1 harm less. So in that case, I would just take no harm. Because it's not armor; it's actually just like an actual just effect that I just take 1 harm less from every source, essentially. Because I'm immortal.
Yeah.
Like I'll take the harm, but then I just kind of heal it back because vampire.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, dead people are wibbly.
All right. Yeah,
Weird.
you can do that, and I guess that's allowed. I would encourage
So,
you to make sure to not use it every time you have a glitch, because that's not very interesting fictionally. But
right. Well, the thing is, I still take it. Like it's technically I take 0 harm, which is still a thing in this game.
right, which means
So like,
you're
right.
momentarily
So I
limited.
take 0 harm basically when I do it that
Okay.
way. Yeah.
All right.
So whatever the effect of 0 harm is, that's
You're gonna
basically what I
take
take here
-1
instead.
forward, is what you're gonna do here, pretty much.
Okay.
Okay. But yes.
Yeah.
So
So that's what I wanted to clarify is like if it works that way, like I just take 0 instead of 1 for that kind of thing.
okay. With that in mind, um, oh shoot, why did I just close that? Wait, actually no, it's on here. That's what I want. So heal 1 harm for an injury or cure disease or neutralize a poison. This doesn't stabilize her. It heals another harm. Does that stabilize her? But actually,
No idea. To be honest with you.
I'd still be at 4, so that would still be unstable.
yeah. Okay, so don't get me wrong. She's healed somewhat, but she is still unstable. Where are you
So
guys
when
gonna?
when
What?
she receives first aid though, does that stabilize her?
It doesn't unless we do the thing that Francis does, which is better.
Yeah.
When he
'Cause
succeeds at it, which he didn't do today.
Yeah, if I
Okay.
succeed at it, I can just pretty much rub leaves and dirt on a wound and call it good.
So, so
That's
can
the
I
way I read
clarify?
it.
Can I clarify something in the recovery thing then? Because it says unstable wounds require first aid to become stable.
When we
And
say first aid hero, I mean they require actual medical attention. They're double using the term first aid.
It-
First
the
aid is
only
just this
Okay.
thing you can do quick and dirty that heals 1 harm on the spot, pretty much, assuming you have a second to do it. But it doesn't stabilize injuries. You need actual medical attention to fix these unstable wounds, I think. Yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah, I just wanted because it was really confusing the way they were wording it. It was basically like because I know in D&D, like if someone's unconscious, you can stabilize them, which is basically like performing a first aid action of sorts, as opposed to magic. But then they're still like unconscious and stable. I didn't know if it was like the same thing here. Like basically we're not actually healing her, but we're just stabilizing her. So she just like she's not getting better, but she's not getting worse. Like I didn't know if it worked that way or how it worked. So
okay. Yeah. Well, actually, hang on. A magic spell. You.
yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I have no, it's really it's confusing.
We're gonna call. Okay, I'm just gonna call the wound stabilized.
Okay.
Based off of the magic you just did. Um. But yeah, you guys are still in kind of bad shape here.
Yeah, I'd say so. 2 of us are injured. We have no idea how to kill this thing, and the guy we were going to save is dead.
True. That guy's so dead. He's just been face down the river the whole time ever since Tanya
Oh
went
yeah,
in there to try to
fuck.
grab him.
Forgot about that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just like leave and act like we were never here. I'm sure the sheriff up there will do his job and find him.
The sheriff do his job.
I know. That was the joke.
Okay.
I know, that's why I laughed.
All right. Yeah. What do you guys do?
Am
Yeah, I
I
think we need to get.
unconscious?
Yeah, is Tanya even conscious? Is she
No,
with us
I
here?
think she's still, but maybe. I think this is about the point where she could wake up. Tanya, you're in intense pain.
Can we go to a hospital?
Can go to the morgue. That guy's a doctor. He made a point to tell us.
I will remind you guys that there's an ambulance that came through.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But
There
it already
is a
had that one
hospital.
guy in it. So okay, let's take her back to the sheriff in the ambulance.
Thanks.
Yeah, that seemed probably like best course of action.
Okay.
Can you move faster?
As you guys move upriver, the ambulance is gone. The sheriff is still lingering. And your car is still there.
Well, good. Kind of load her up and just, I'm assuming, have like a makeshift like bandage sling for my arms. Like, hey, yeah, deputy, there's a dead bloke in the river flowing down just about half mile yonder where we were towing you,
He
and looks like one of them nasty gators decided to come out and have a little bite.
he his eyes his face goes white as he says this. What? There's another person in the water?
Yeah, maybe if you would have done listen to me, you dumb son of a bitch, would have been alive.
He goes, I'm gonna need a statement from all of you.
Yeah, well that can
Well,
you can
let's
get
do
that
that
after
at
we
the
take her
hospital.
to the hospital.
Okay. He looks at you. His face can like the color continues to drain from his face. He says, okay, get her to the hospital. But don't you dare skip town. I'll put an APB out on you guys so fast. It'll make your
You
head
Yeah,
just
spin.
have a radio here in this one horse town.
But yeah, he radios in, saying that he takes off sprinting down the river.
And with any luck, he's dead.
Can I cast magic to pull him underwater? No. All right, let's get Tanya to a hospital.
Good idea, team.
Let's do
Can
that.
I have my drone?
Yeah, you have your drone.
I just want to cuddle it like a teddy bear.
Okay. Tanya's cuddling the drone in the backseat of the car, while she's bleeding all over the
Yeah,
seats.
Oh yeah, is this leather? Sorry about that.
it's fine. We covered your wounds in dirt. They're fine. It's not bleeding. It's not destroying my baby.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you guys go to. Hang on, where is? What do I name this? There it is.
Wait, did the monster shoot me?
Yeah, it had a gun.
No, that was Francis. He tried to shoot the monster and missed.
The monster had
Are
a
you
gun.
kidding me, Francis?
Down the street from your hotel is a small medical center, by the name of St. Christopher's. Um, it's got a big emergency department. It's got, well, not a big. It's got like, it's a small hospital. It's got like a 10-bed inpatient ward. It's got, and like that's half of the thing, and the other half is the emergency department. As you guys pull up and like rush her inside, you see an ambulance there unloading, in pretty much in unloading Bobby Kelly for treatment. And as you guys pull up, they're like, "Well, we got an ambulance that just came in." They take one look at Tanya. You're like, "Oh my God, we need to get her in back here into the back immediately." And like they start like making call stuff, um, like getting out of like a trauma team to like bring her back into the emergency room. Um, cool. You you do that. And I think that kind of takes the rest of the day. Well, yeah, Tanya is being treated in the hospital. Is there something you guys do for this time?
Um, I mean, if we're all waiting around, if there's just a general practitioner around who can properly bandage these slash marks I got from Fish Boy, that'd
All
be
right,
good.
so you go in too, like you going for treatment too.
May as well if we're here and waiting.
All right, yeah, um, that happens, and I think Tanya's what's Vincent doing? Well, everyone else is receiving treatment.
I mean, I'm just waiting. I'm fine.
Okay, you're just sitting in the
Just
waiting
wait.
room.
Yeah, just sitting in the waiting room.
He's
I
got
think-
hundreds of years. He's got no rush.
I think it's probably about an hour and a half later when someone in a sheriff's uniform comes in. Um, you see a man walked in, mid 40s, black beard that's starting to gray. He's got short and messy black hair. He's a little on the pudgier side. I wouldn't say he's fat, but like he's got a little cushion to him. Um, and he sees you. He says, uh, "Agent, what's your name? I'm sorry."
Agent Kane.
He goes, "Okay, yeah, Agent Kane. I understand that that you discovered that you and your associates are the ones who discovered Mr. Watts in the river." Could,
If that was his name, didn't quite have time to stop and ask him.
can tell me what happened?
Well, we heard wait, who's asking me? Is this the deputy or is this someone else?
He is the sheriff.
Hey, yo, Sheriff, you got to roll investigative mystery.
He nat 14.
um, yeah. So if this is the sheriff we talked to, like told us not to leave town, blah blah blah.
No,
right?
that was the deputy
No-
who did that.
Oh,
This is
okay.
a different guy.
This sheriff. Okay,
This
okay.
is the
he's-
sheriff, number
Yeah,
one.
this guy's
Okay.
the guy you shoot. You don't
Uh,
shoot the deputy.
Well, I'm gonna tell him that we heard a noise. It sounded like another attack, and we told the deputy so we could get some backup before going in. And the deputy completely ignored us, was of no assistance, told us we were on our own. And by the time we made it over there, the guy was face down in the water. We saw, and I'm gonna tell him it wasn't necessarily a creature. I'm gonna tell him it was actually another man. I'm not sure what kind of outfit he was wearing. Maybe it was like a ghillie suit of sorts. But that man drug whatever Mr. Watts or whatever his name was underwater, slashed him with what must have been some sort of hunting knife. And when my agent here went in to help, she got drug under too and engaged the suspect. And that's where she got the slash across her chest and was pulled underwater and so forth. We managed to get her and stabilize her, but he got away.
I want you to roll to manipulate someone.
Okay.
Use your special eyes.
I mean, it's closer to the truth than saying it was an alligator, to be fair.
That is true.
He looks at you and says, "All right. I find that extremely hard to believe that there's just some Navy SEAL lurking in our waters.
I mean,
But
what's more?
clearly this wasn't an alligator attack."
I mean, you got to ask yourself, Sheriff, what's more likely here? Some psychopath some psychopath serial killer, trying to attack fishermen when they're unsuspecting, or a streak of multiple murderous alligators all in the same area.
He says, "Well, I almost undoubtedly would have thought that the alligators were so much more likely than the alternative, but we'll be looking into this. You and your trainees rest up, but we'll be getting started on this investigation."
Do I believe him? Like, is he being sincere? Like, is he being genuine with us here?
He definitely seems to be the kind of guy who's like, he doesn't like that outsiders are poking their nose into his town's business and
I mean, if it's a
creating
serial
disharmony.
killer, which I just told him it really is FBI business.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, that was a good play. Yeah, he doesn't like that you're here. He doesn't like that you're poking your nose in his business. But I think at this point, you see you sense a tone of this is a bigger problem that's gotten out of control, and he might have to submit to some outside
Okay.
influence, even though he hates that. But yeah, he leaves you be. Um he could have sat there and gave you guys the third degree the whole time and verified your identities, but you were very convincing and got him to go away.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna wait for news of
Okay.
how Francis and Tanya are doing.
Yeah,
Um,
how am I doing
Tanya is
damage-wise?
being admitted. Um, she is definitely staying there overnight for her
Free bed, sucker.
um so that's number one. Francis comes out probably a couple hours later. His injuries weren't honestly as bad. Like given how much work they had to do on Tanya immediately, and the fact that he's got three patients all at the same time, Francis kind of went last.
I,
So they patched him up, heal one harm,
okay.
um, and go and you leave the emergency room. Um,
I, I imagine I probably did like a lot of just self dam or self not medication, but you know what I mean.
self first aid.
Patch myself up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Yeah. You did some of that, and then they pretty much treated you the best they can help to, and rushed you out the door. Yeah. Tanya's in bed for the day. Um, it's still relatively early. It's only like noon right now. Is there anything else anyone else wants to do for the day?
Um, we have no way. We have and just kind of talking to Vincent. We have no idea how to kill that thing, do we?
No, not necessarily. And the person that would normally research that isn't here.
Well,
Is there a way that we could research that? I mean, while Tanya is out, can we search up some lore,
let's
so to
hit our
speak,
local library.
on the internet? You can hit the library. I'm using the internet. I'll use Tanya's computer.
Oh, look, it's the Dungeon Master's guy. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong
First,
monster.
you have to guess my password.
Password 1234.
Her password is Misha.
It's
Dang this
jerky.
guy.
Yeah, there actually is a public library here.
All right.
Actually, yeah. Could we hit up the public library and look up local legends?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, you head to the library, dude.
Let's investigate a mystery, gang.
All right, so it's a small rectangular building. There's like one entrance in the center of the building on the street side. So you go in and like as you open the door, straight ahead is just like the librarian's desk. Like there's a little checkout counter and there's like a workstation for the librarian. That there's the librarian sitting behind the counter there. Like on the left, there's just a few rows of books all arranged by genre. On the right, there seems to be like some like sort of local like newspaper archives and stuff like that. And then along the right wall, there's a row of public computers. Um, yeah, and then like yeah, behind the desk is a woman, long brown hair, arranged in a ponytail. She's in her mid 20s. And yeah, she's just sort of sitting there manning the counter back there reading a book.
I guess we'll approach her and I'll just ask her. I mean, I'm not going to go into detail because it's an ongoing investigation, but basically just we have reason to believe that the suspect is mimicking some local legends of the area, and we just want to know if she has any books or articles that may help us look into that.
All right, yeah, she starts pulling out some like. Okay, first of all, roll to investigate a mystery.
Yeah, I was literally going to do that same thing when like verbatim what you were doing there actually, Vaughn.
9.
Hold 1.
9. What sort of creature is it?
Well,
That's what I want
okay.
to know.
She pulls out some old like, well, yeah. We've had Tale of River Monster in the past. It's some old stories. I think the most common one that's sort of going up and down Mississippi. She like pulls out some old books like that reference it. Like there's some like really old articles from like before like things were like fact checked and stuff like 100 years ago type things. Um, she's
Excuse
like,
me, miss.
well,
100 years ago, we fact checked our articles.
but
I mean, yeah, it's probably
yeah,
not.
this is like
You
a
guys pull
small
that
town
too.
gazette that looks like it's just sort of sensationalizing more than anything else.
Sasquatch seen? Get pictures taken with him at local mall.
Anyways, shit, where lost my train of thought. Give me 1 second. Okay, she's like, yeah, there's like an old illustration in a book that like they're flipping through like books with like local legends and stuff. Um, and you come upon one that where you like you're just like flipping through the pictures and like you recognize the picture, and it's just listed as like a drowner. It's these it's these things that have grayish skin. They stand like a man, but have like fins on their arms and like the back of the neck. Um, they can um, um, it looks just like the thing you saw. It is like gray skin, um, and it always stays in the water. Pretty much, that's what you gather from the legend you find.
I would like to roll to investigate a mystery to see what can hurt it.
How are you doing that? It's not in this
as-
book.
Yes, but assuming there's several books on. Actually, no. You said there's public computers. Why don't we just ask Dr. Google
All
about
right.
it?
Yeah, I think you can sort of like now that you have this idea of that. Like, oh, it's this thing. Let's
Yes.
start researching that. Okay, yeah. Roll to investigate a mystery.
Come on. Experience. Guys, I'm halfway to leveling up again.
Good God.
How do I fail this?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, the space bar comes undone, so I can't use space. So I just type in Mississippi River Monster, but it says, "I'm sorry, I don't understand what that
You
is."
go to Google it, and as the image is loading, you spill your drink on the laptop.
I don't even know what I
offend the
got this.
librarian and she kicks you out.
Fine, wait in the car. I know the fucking drill.
Damn it, Francis.
You find a promising website that might have the answer.
But I have to pay $500 to a Nigerian prince. I know the drill.
No. You click on it and like it's caught by like the proxy filters of the library saying like, oh, you can't do that. You might be able to work around it. But it also might cause problems in the library. Like it's from a potentially unsecure site that might have viruses and stuff. And it would probably tip off the librarian that you're up to something.
Maybe we just wait for Tanya to search that for us.
Yeah, Vincent, if you have anything you want to do, be my guest, my good sir.
I think we just wait for Tanya, and we'll have her try to search that site for us. She'll probably know how to navigate that a bit better.
I'd hope.
Okay. All right, so yeah, you guys know exactly what it is now. I don't know if that actually helps you at all, but
Does the hospital have Wi-Fi?
I think it does.
Oh, that's fine. Last time I was in a hospital, I was in a dead zone the entire time.
So we'll go back. Is she like just in her room or whatever?
Yeah, she's been admitted. She's in one of the rooms.
So we'll go into her room, just like, hey, how you doing? How are you feeling?
I glare at him.
Okay, not
Not
so
great.
It could be worse.
You could be dead.
Yeah.
You could be,
So
what's his name?
look at the upsides here.
No, thank you, Vincent. I'm just a little mad about, a gunshot wound.
Would you rather
Francis,
the
go wait in the car.
Seemed a little
Would you
unnecessary.
rather the chainsaw, madame?
I don't think chainsaws work in water.
They do, so long as you keep the engine out of them. And you're pretty shallow in there now, but given you have enough energy to sass, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine.
Vincent, I think he's threatening me with a chainsaw.
It sounded vaguely like that.
Well, we know what it is, but library wouldn't let us look it up. You know, exactly what it doesn't like.
We were hoping you could search it for us.
Well, did you use my computer to search it?
No, it has a password.
Yeah, the password's Misha.
I knew it.
You know Russian?
Yeah, I love bears. My dad did a tour in Russia for a little bit.
That is very strange, but okay.
Are you
All
still
right, what are
cuddling
we
your
looking up?
drone?
Oh, 100%.
They had to operate on you
So
around the
cute.
drone.
Okay.
I like Twisted's little propellers.
I'm just imagining like an anthropomorphic drone now. Like,
Okay. What are you guys doing?
Well,
I'll log into her computer now that we've confirmed the password.
seems good.
Okay.
Can I investigate a mystery?
Sure can.
What is that? Sharp.
Sharp.
Do I still have a -1?
No. Okay, hold 2.
10. What can hurt it?
Thank you.
It's almost invulnerable while its skin is wet. You need to dry it out.
Oh, we could have killed it then and there.
Drag it.
Damn
Well,
it,
we got a
Vincent.
fish. We got a fish for it. I imagine I'm on like heavy pain medication.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Pen
you're high as a
medication.
kite.
Okay. Where did it go, or where does it reside? I guess I would want to look up like what its
All right, you know that
home is like.
it,
I don't know.
legend has it that it kind of digs holes into the riverbanks, like almost like a little beaver dam type thing. Like it digs into the mud. It digs itself out of a reasonably sized area.
That's a big beaver.
You know, that makes sense given that opening cutscene that we didn't see.
Hey, maybe that guy from the pizza place will take us fishing and we can catch that.
Use him as bait.
No. We'll use the pizza as bait. Everyone loves pizza.
That is true.
That is very true. Well, we know roughly where it probably is, and and we know how to hurt it. Success.
What? Now we gotta do it.
Yeah. Okay, so how long? Oh, isn't one of the things I could have? Oh no. For some reason, I thought one of the things I could have had was a flamethrower, and that would have made this so much easier. But I can't have that.
Oh yeah. So what's your plan, guys?
Wait, is it cold-blooded?
Maybe. Yes. I guess yes.
Then my drone can't see it.
Mm.
Drone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true. I
What
mean,
does it have?
it probably has.
Ultraviolet vision?
It probably does have a heat signature that you can see, somewhat. but it's harder to see.
Warm-blooded, low temperature. Got it. Okay, so... Well, I don't think it's probably best to go hunt this thing with you all doped up. Like you're some sort of drug lord, but,
Look, I found this cool picture of a snake using infrared, and it's like all dark because it's cold.
resisting to make a that's cool joke. Oh, damn, I just did.
But yes, it's not black. It does stand out a little bit. It would be hard to see in the water.
Yeah,
But
it'd be
in
hard to s-
water,
Yeah, and water.
Yeah, it
Oh,
wouldn't show up.
I'm trying to help.
I know. I just
I
think
know.
it's so cool. Look at the snake; it's invisible.
I actually just found the exact same picture you did. I found one of a scorpion too that looks pretty cool.
I didn't see that.
Well, so I think the plan probably should be to let
Oh,
Tanya
freaky.
like heal up and not be, dying of a gunshot wound
But
from.
more people could die.
It's a good point.
We sent the deputy after that. Our hands are clean now.
He's useless.
That may be true. uh,
All right, now this is the part where I tell you guys you need a plan. You don't have to execute it today.
Mm.
I think you should probably wait um, for Tanya to get released from the hospital. But this is the part where you're supposed to come up with a way to trap this thing and kill it.
okay. Well, in that
And
case,
then we get a fishing pole.
all right, gang. Here's the trap. We're probably gonna want to have some sort of net and pulley system to keep it out of the water from escaping. But it'd have to be a pretty strong net because it can slash. Either that, or we have to rely on magic from Vincent over there to really just keep him tied up. But yeah, that's really hit or miss.
To be fair, it hit more than it missed.
Yeah,
I missed one time.
you hit Tanya there pretty good.
I'm actually.
I mean,
Oh, you're the one who hit me.
Nah, he dragged you underwater.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna introduce something real quick that's going to hopefully help. There's a knock on the door of the hotel, or excuse me, of the hospital room.
Go away.
Well, if they're at the front door of the hospital, they're gonna have a long way to get to our room.
Um, poking their head in is a woman, early 30s, short brown hair, or excuse me, short blonde hair, about 5'3", um, wearing a green uniform, not unlike the one on the gentleman you just saw on the water and failed to fish out. Um, she says, "Excuse me, folks. I understand that you guys are the ones who found my partner."
Yes, and I deeply sorry for your loss. Unfortunately, there's nothing we could really do at that point
Right.
once we found him.
She has a patch on her on above her breast pocket that says Louisiana Wildlife Service. Um, says yeah, he was taking some samples to try to figure out what's been going on with the wildlife here, but I always thought that there was something strange about it. You guys saw what attacked him.
Yeah,
That's the
we did.
drowner.
She's like, um, she's like, for real? Like an actual thing?
uh,
Yeah, it almost drowned me.
She's
like subtly nodding towards the IV, pumping Tanya with drugs. Like,
okay. She's like, I've actually heard stories about that from my childhood, and I've never been one to discount those kind of things. She says, you guys trying to get rid of it?
Yeah, we're looking to
We
get
are.
rid of.
She kind of like steps in. She's like, I'd like to help in any way that I can.
Do you have a large net?
Well, yeah, it's we have all sorts of equipment at the Wildlife Service.
I think we could probably use that.
Okay.
Anything that would normally be used to capture a gator, I think, would prove just as useful here.
Okay. She's like, okay, well, I got some of those like those hooks that have like the hoops at the end, the like the poles with the lassos on them.
Mm.
We got some of them. We got some large nets. Uh, we have a small boat. Um, and we got a few shotguns and tranquilizers to try to deal with that, but I don't know how much that's going to be useful here. What do we need to do to get rid of this thing?
We need to
Well,
kill it.
Well,
from what
Yes.
we've read, we need to get it out of the water. We need to get it on land, and we need to dry it out to weaken it enough for us to kill it.
She kind of sits there and ponders for a second. She says, I mean, so we'd have to either get it out of the water and keep it out of the water for an extended period of time, or find some way to accelerate drying it off. How would we do that?
it's kind of the quandary we're looking to.
A towel.
Well, I have something I think that might work or might help, but it's been a while since I've done it. I'm honestly just not entirely confident that I'm prepared. And I think I'll kind of like take Tanya and Francis aside a bit, and sort of whisper to them, try not necessarily like excluding the wildlife service person,
Mm-hmm.
but just trying to like just discreetly sort of let them in on that I could possibly try to cast magic as they've seen, but I could try to use some fire magic. However, of course, it's extremely dangerous, and if it goes wrong, it could go very wrong. It might help, it might not, but as far as what I could contribute to bringing it down, I think that could be an idea.
I think that might be one of our best bets in terms of hanging this boy out to dry real fast.
What kind of fire are you going for? Just like
A gentle
Um,
flambe.
right. No, so I'm thinking it's more of like a, if I had to compare it to D&D, it's more of like a burning hands sort of thing. It's not like a very like strong like fireball level fire magic, but more of like a flamethrower-esque like super close range burning hands sort of intense radiating heat and flame
okay,
thing.
okay, that's fine. How do
So
you,
to put it in game terms, it would be use magic, inflict one harm, like ignore armor, magic obvious, that
okay,
whole inflict
okay,
harm spiel.
yeah, okay, that could work. Okay, how do you get it
Or
out
you
of the
could just
water?
use the stats of the flamethrower.
Yeah, as far as how to get it out of the water, that's on you guys.
Yeah.
No clue. That is not my area of expertise.
Yeah, says the guy who used trees to lift him out of the water.
I mean, I just held him in the water. I didn't like lift him out, so to speak. I mean, I can't use the trees or the roots and the flame at the same time.
Mm.
It's the limitation of magic. It takes a lot of concentration and willpower.
Well, don't we bait him like a fish?
Could work. Use that.
We have bait and a net and the thing that goes around his neck, and then we say, "Here, monster, monster," and then when it eats it, we grab it up.
now, now, uh, as much as fun as that sounds, I think it has more of a penchant for hunting its own game.
Then what do you suggest?
Well, if one of there is the possibility of us knowing exactly where we're going to be springing our trap if we were to say be live bait per se. Stand opposite of the if we're using the net opposite of the net as it swims up. When it's swimming by, we just pull it up, hoist up like a Christmas goose.
It seems to like people though.
Like I said, one of us would be the bait.
Oh, I'll be the bait.
I'm
Are we
not
sure
we
that's
should do that.
the best idea after the?
Nah, but that's the only idea. If you got a better one, speak up, Buttercup.
I mean, I'm
I'll
just
flop
saying.
around like a fish.
I mean, if she's volunteering to be the bait, by all means. I just think maybe someone more adept at
You want to be
close
bait? Go ahead, be
combat.
bait.
I was actually kind of insinuating that maybe you should be bait, since you seem to be fairly resilient and tough.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm Mr. Tough Guy.
all right. Well, if you think that's best, I have no qualms against my idea. Stick my neck on the line for it.
I mean, you could even get in close and use your, your chainsaw. So,
Hey, do me a favor and bless that thing while you're next time we can. All right.
yeah,
Always be fun to have a
I
holy
could try
chainsaw.
that. If the blessing goes wrong, your chainsaw is probably going to explode. But yeah, I'll definitely try.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Then I got a depth charge.
Okay.
That's 100% going to be the glitch. Like something's going to break in the chainsaw if it goes wrong.
So I think this is quite literally the plan. We'll have a net tied to some rope around a tree, over a tree, the rope going around a tree branch as the monster goes
In
by.
all fairness, the animals person will know how to actually set a net trap. Okay, we'll have her do that part. She'll set the trap. We just spring it. All right.
I mean,
We'll have the
nets
expert
are
set
typically
the
you
expert
throw
trap.
the weighted net over the thing, and then like you pull the
Will the monster come out of the water?
Probably not.
if you lured it somehow.
Okay, Jake or Francis, you're bait, and you're gonna lure it.
Yep.
And then we're throwing the net on top, or we're scooping it up.
I think scooping up be a little bit better.
Mrs. Park, do you suggest?
She says Darla Williamson. That's my name.
Darn.
Hi, Darla and
She's-
Tanya.
Says, well, if one of you is willing to get in the water and be bait, we can toss the net on it, and pull it out of the water, and if you can do whatever you need to do to dry it out, and then we can take care of it.
Yeah, no, and if you have a better suggestion for capturing something like that, you seem to have more experience than any of us combined, so.
Well, now with this, I don't.
I mean, if you were attempting to catch a gator, how would you go about trapping it with a net?
Just sort of bring the boat over towards it, toss the net over, get the pole around its neck, and sort of just lead it out. Gators aren't as hard to deal with as you'd think.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
I think this thing is a little more intelligent and crafty than the average gator. So I'm not quite sure if that plan would work.
Yeah.
She says, yeah, I agree.
Ma'am, do we need a hunting license for a drowner?
She thinks about it and says, I don't think so.
I think
How
we're
good
good to
that's
go
fine.
then.
Oof. I did not
All
want
right,
to have to stand
I'm
in
gonna
line for
fast
that.
forward things a little bit. Next day,
Yeah.
Tanya gets released from the hospital. Everyone heal 1 harm except for Tanya, who heals 2.
Ooh. I'm back to full.
I didn't even take any harm still.
Yeah, well, not all of us can talk to trees.
I don't talk to them. I just tell them what to do.
I don't talk to them. I just tell them all my deepest, darkest fears.
All right, guys, what are you doing?
Let's go get a gator.
Yep, I think that's
Go
probably
get
the
it.
best course of action.
All right,
Where
as
do
you
we
guys.
want to set up?
Okay, yeah, where do you want to set up? Ping it for me. There. Okay.
I think that's probably best. Yeah, like, like
Well, there's like
general.
they're all over.
Yeah, like probably this general area, just somewhere in here.
Okay. Darla gets her boat ready. You all start moving up the river towards there. You get around that bend. What do you do?
Well, we put bait. Who wants to be bait?
I said I was the bait.
Then get in the
Alright,
water.
I'll bless his chainsaw.
Yep. Let's do this, son of a bitch.
Use
I
magic.
don't think you could use that in the water.
It
If
doesn't
it's
say it can.
maybe if it's ballistic, he can.
Look, it says it has 3 harm, hand, messy, unreliable, loud, and heavy. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Unreliable. What's the worst that could happen? All right.
All right, choose
It's
a flesh.
Um, it has a problematic side effect.
It smells like tofu. Oh, gross.
All I'm
I'll
gonna
let
say
you
is
decide
this.
what that is.
Yeah. Hey, Francis, add
Yeah.
the tag dangerous to your chainsaw.
What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, it's a chainsaw. I'm pretty sure that comes box standard, but okay.
I mean, it's dangerous in the way that grenades are dangerous if you mishandle them.
Awesome. I just got to pull the pin on this thing and we're good.
Okay. All right. So
And
yeah,
you guys thought I would die this adventure.
Right?
Don't worry. I'm 2 ticks away from leveling up again.
yeah. Okay.
It doesn't matter what level you are if you're dead.
This is true.
Actually, I have Berserk. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Is that the thing that lets you keep going until you? No. Yeah.
Until the fight's over.
Then all harm takes. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Cool. All right. Yeah, you're in the water with your weird chainsaw. I guess you're just trying to tread water here.
Yeah, probably just like see, just waiting, looking around for anything, looking amiss.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
I am practicing that fire magic, and I found something that kind of looks like. So this is sort of what it is. So it's not like a flamethrower. I mean, it's literally like a close range, like.
It's like you opened a flare gun in someone's face.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like a torch, like a concentrated like source of heat. I don't know. It's like it's fire, but I don't know. It's that.
Okay, I
It's
see
the
it.
picture.
I
Yeah.
got it. All right, cool. Where are you standing? Like, are you on the shore? Or are you in the boat?
I mean, I think I'm on the shoreline. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have a reason to be in the boat. I don't think.
All right, cool. What's Tanya doing?
I'm next to him, shotgun ready.
Okay. Is your drone doing anything?
No, I can't sense anything.
Okay. Cool. I guess Darla's still in the boat with the net then, kinda.
I guess my drone will watch Jake and not Jake, Francis and Darla, and see. Like, just watch their heat signatures, I guess.
Okay, cool. I mean, they're pretty close to you. Like, All right, yeah. You wait a little bit. Okay, yeah. It
Francis, you gotta
comes.
thrash around.
Oh no, help! I'm a dumb local hick who done thought he could catch himself a crayfish
Okay, yeah. I think
with a chainsaw.
Francis, you feel a tug on your leg.
Um, that there is just no hesitation. Go and cut it.
Okay, cool. Roll to kick some ass.
Let's kick some ass, and I have something special to that. I believe it's something. Do I have something special to that or no? No,
Mm,
yeah, tools matter. I get a +1 when using my signature weapon, which is a chainsaw.
okay. So
So
that's
this +1. That's a 14.
sure is. Okay, yeah. What's the extra effect you're taking? Think about this.
You force them where you want them.
Okay. And what does that look like? You
I think that's just sending the chainsaw down towards whatever's grabbing at my hand, and they just kind of shoot back, trying to get away from, the spinning, whirling death blade that's going towards them, nicking them or cutting them in some way. And they swim back towards where we have the trap set up.
okay? That happens. Okay. First of all, shoot. Let me cut over.
Chainsaw is 3. I don't know what the enchant.
The enchant gives it +1 harm and the magic property.
Awesome.
Okay. So first of all, it grips your ankle tight when you're trying to almost crushing your ankle. Take 2
Ow.
harm.
Okay.
But you quickly get out with the chainsaw and you hit it, and it pops up. This is the first time you've ever seen its torso above the water. Darla throws the net on it. It says, "Quick, pull it up the shore." Also, let's see here. Harm move. You fall down from the grip.
Yeah.
What's everyone doing? There's a net over it. Um, Francis has fallen down. He's wielding his chainsaw in the water. Um, and yeah, the two of you are on shore waiting.
So it's trapped in the net.
Mhm.
Do we have a way to like pull this net in? Like is is it literally just like a loose net, or is there like wire attached to the net that we could pull? Like
There is wire. Like Darla's holding it, but
okay,
she's like looking to you to like toss you the line.
okay. How far away is she?
Um,
Because we're on like the bank, right? She's
15
like kind of in
yards.
the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, well, I mean, I can't necessarily run, but like run slash swim slash jump slash whatever I got to do to like get to the wire to
Okay.
start like trying to pull this thing out of the
All
water.
right. She throws you the line.
Okay, that works
Act
too.
under pressure to pull it up the shore.
Can I help him out?
Yeah, you can.
All right. I will roll plus cool.
Or here's the thing. You can do help out retroactively. So because you already got an 8 on that, and you can't make that a 10. Nor can you we don't even have to do the help roll.
Right.
So okay, you can pull him up. The price you have to pay is that. Let's see here. Hmm. The price that you have to pay is that you're going to be less prepared to do your magic now. You're going to take -1 forward on that you use magic roll.
I'm sorry, you cut out a bit. -1 what?
-1 forward on the use magic roll because like you're kind of scrambling.
-1 forward. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that to pull him out.
You pull it up. You get him on shore.
Okay. So is it like still in the net?
Yeah, but he's trying to fight his way out.
What's going on with Francis?
He's on his butt in the water. Yeah, Francis, what are you doing?
Water. Getting up after being knocked down, or not knocked down, but kind of knocked off balance and falling back.
Mm-hmm.
Getting up and getting out of the water
Okay.
and going over towards the trapped fish guy.
All right. Yeah, you start making your way towards shore. Tanya, what's going on with you?
I'll like take hold of the net from Vincent if that's okay, so then he can do his
Yeah.
magic thing.
Yeah, no, that's what I had in mind. That's why I was wondering where Francis was too, so we could have like 2 people like trying to pull the net closed to hold it in.
Once I get over there, that's kind of
Okay.
what I was gonna do. Is just distance.
Roll to use magic.
All right. -1, so that's a 9.
Would anyone like to roll to help with this, seeing as how you're like restraining it?
Yeah, I mean, literally a +1 would make it work without a hitch.
Well, since I making my way over there, I can roll and help. I don't know how I'd help, but that's what a cool move.
Yeah.
I think
like,
you just you additionally holding it down would probably
Yeah.
be helpful.
That's pretty helpful.
Okay. Yeah. So you do it successfully. But you also expose yourself to trouble or danger. We'll get into what that looks like in a minute.
It's another alligator.
All right. Cool. You.
Oh yeah, it can control things. Sorry, go on.
Okay. Here's what it does. It. Here's what happens. You fry it hard. And it just looks like its entire torso is like just it dries out. It gets dry, like flaky and scaly, almost like rough, like treated leather, like poorly treated leather. Um, it screams as you do this. But it looks like you have like a soft spot now for it to hit. It turned its eyes towards Francis. It glows orange. Francis, what do you do?
It's staring me down in the like glowing orange. That it's, if I'm understanding that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Look away from the gaze and check if there's something behind me.
As you go to move away, you have trouble doing this. Act under pressure.
I can act under pressure pretty good. I can
Oh,
get experience
God.
pretty good.
Oh my god.
No, you can't move. You're frozen as it stares at you. It raises a claw and slashes across your chest. Take
How close
3
am I
harm.
to this thing?
It's,
I mean, you're holding it in a net.
yeah.
I thought we were having it like on a rope, having kind of like.
No,
Okay, yeah,
you're
in that
like,
case.
it's like, it's a net.
Okay, I
You're-
misunderstood. I misvisualized it. Is all.
Yeah, you're like on the shore with this thing now.
Okay. Yep. I gotcha.
Yeah, it slashes across your chest. Take 3 harm. Take -1 for take -1 on going as the pain sears.
Okay.
Tanya, what are you doing?
No idea what that.
Can I shoot it?
You can shoot it. Go roll to kick some ass.
Dang it. I got a 6.
Okay.
Hey, take experience.
It knocks
Yeah.
you on your
All right.
ass. As you run up to do it, it knocks you on your ass. It slashes across you with a claw. Take 3 harm. And you're knocked over. And you
And
drop
I'm
your
unstable.
you drop your shotgun. Yes, you are unstable. Um, it looks back towards the water. It looks like it's about to make a move to go back in. Vincent,
Yep.
what do, man?
Um. All right. I mean, obviously, I know this isn't like D&D, so there's no like action, bonus action, blah blah blah. But like, tell me whether or not I could do this all in the same time frame.
Okay.
Um, I want to enchant my weapon. Um, but really, just for the sake of flavor, I want to do it with more of like a fire enchantment. I mean, it
Sure.
functions exactly the same, but it's like I basically want to catch my sword on fire and then just stab right for the soft spot, like with this enchanted fiery sword.
All right. Roll use magic.
11.
Okay. Yeah, it has that +1 harm and the magic tag.
Awesome.
It lights ablaze, and you go straight in after it. Roll to kick some ass.
10.
What? All right. What's your additional effect?
Uh, I inflict terrible harm. Or actually, no, I take that back. I force them where I want them. I'm gonna like try to impale him on the sword and like with my shoulder and the sword blade, like kind of like push him back more towards the land, away from the water.
Okay. Um. Okay. Yeah. So you do that. As you're doing that, as you impale him on the sword, he grabs your wrist and crushes it with all his strength. Take 2 harm. Um, but yeah, you do force him away from the water, and he takes a whopping 3 harm.
Yep.
Okay. What's Francis doing at this time?
Am I still frozen?
No. You were released as soon as the
Okay.
eye contact was broken.
In that case, I would also like to go and kick some ass with good old Betsy here, my chainsaw. Whilst
All right,
he's
so that's just gonna be plus tough because the +1 you get from your signature weapons being canceled out by your -1 ongoing.
okay. I had no idea what that was doing, so I'm glad you explained that. That's not a 10, but that's a 9.
Okay, yeah, you get in there, you do the chainsaw,
For dabblage.
but not
Just
before
kind of like, yeah.
it reaches up, it slashes at you with a claw as you drive your chainsaw in. Um, cool. So take 3 harm,
How would, oh yeah, that'd be, okay,
so
so,
2 harm.
yep.
Um, and you fall down. The chainsaw lands next to you precariously, almost on top of you. This thing's looking pretty bad off, guys. Tanya?
Can I get to my shotgun?
Yes. I think, yeah, they've pretty effectively driven it away.
Yep, I did my best to cut off its arms, but it didn't do so good.
Okay, I want to try and shoot it with a shotgun again.
Okay, roll to kick some ass.
9.
Nice. Um, you run up to it to try to get in its face with the shotgun, and it grabs your ankle and crushes it for 2 harm, but not before you plant the shotgun on its chest, pull the trigger, and it falls dead.
Okay, now
So
that.
do I take that?
Yeah, you take the harm.
Okay.
But you just blow a hole in its chest.
Speaking of
Okay.
harm,
What happens when all my harm checks are checked?
Are you at 7 or are you at 8?
I'm at 7.
You're still alive. Good news.
bad news is,
You should
if we
probably
don't hurry, not for long. Oh, and speaking of damage, now that combat's over, I'm now at 5.
You do have luck. Don't forget the whole luck thing. Just
Yeah.
pointing that out.
Oh
Like-
yeah, that's true. You could
Yeah,
could
but
also
whopping
spend
7 of
a point of luck to just eliminate all incoming harm. But that's not actually necessary. You're still okay.
Yeah, and if I read that right, it's only when you take the damage, not a retroactive like, oh, I didn't take any of that damage, so I can't go. So I could go from like 5 to nothing.
Right. No, I meant for Tanya because she
Oh,
just
okay.
now took the damage while she killed it. Yeah, because
Okay, yeah.
she's pretty bad off. But
I mean, I'm not doing hot either, but I technically I'm not unstable. I don't think.
yeah, but we
Okay.
don't care about Francis, so that's fine.
Well, what can you do? I'm already a level ahead of you.
All right, so you guys, this thing's dead. Darla,
Good.
Darla's like sits down. She's like, "Whew, I can't believe it. That was intense, but like, you guys need to get to a hospital. She's not doing well."
Yeah, I think we all just need a salt tablet. We'll be fine.
She's like, "Listen, I can clean this up, but um, yeah, you guys should probably take some time to rest up. I can clean this mess up."
Okay, I think if anyone asks, we just say it was a local or not a local or someone in a gator suit doing this.
Okay, well,
No one's gonna believe it if we say otherwise.
I'll work on sorting that out. Don't you worry. Um, and yeah, I think we can sort of fast forward this year now. You show back up at the hospital. They inquire once again how you managed to get new injuries.
Fighting a serial killer.
Damn gators, they just keep attacking us.
I was just strolling along and
I was just helping my friend chainsaw a drowner, and
Okay, I actually don't have a very good clean way to wrap this up, unfortunately. Um, yeah, I think in the paper there's more, about how uh, there's been more attacks in the waters, but that there's a statement from the wildlife service saying that there was, uh, s- there was some animal attacks, and there was you know, some human actions, but those responsible have been taken care of or removed, and everyone can, rest easy now. There's still a lot of questions in the air, but I think you guys managed to get out of town before those need answering. Um, and yeah, this is just going to be an interesting chapter on of the history of this small little town in Louisiana. I, I think we can kind of wrap that. Cool. This is kind of an accelerated end. This went longer than I expected it to, and I'm getting tired.
yeah,
Okay.
it's getting late, so I don't blame you.
Yeah, let's just move into kind of end of session stuff here. So let's ask some questions, guys. Did you conclude the current mystery?
Yep.
Yes, you
Yes.
did. Did you save someone from certain death or worse?
Yes, we saved Tanya.
That's
Does that
true.
count?
I don't think so. Tanya doesn't count.
We also saved the wildlife service, who would have gone in there alone looking for her partner.
nope, that guy died.
Yeah, but she would have been looking for him.
I think the
No,
answer.
they
I
found his body.
Yeah, because we found the body.
I think the answer is no. I think you guys didn't save anyone from certain death.
But we tried, and that's what really counts, right? You know, it's horseshoes, hand grenades, and chainsaws.
Did we learn something new and interesting about the world?
Yeah, the world doesn't pay us anything for this crap.
Yeah, no.
It's a very thankless job.
we, we learned that in a situation, leaves and dirt is not a very viable substitute for bandages.
I'm asking you a serious question. Do you guys think you learned something new and interesting about the world?
Local legends aren't just legends, but that's kind of our job at this
Yeah.
point. So
I don't know.
I honestly can't say we did.
Okay.
Mind control, that's pretty sick.
but we're kind of aware of magic as also.
Did we learn
I mean, I
something?
did use a lot of magic this session, more
That's
so
true.
than normal.
You were pretty much a spellcaster there. You did good.
Yeah, you were mage boy.
Oh yeah.
Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Oh well, we just answered that.
Yeah, Vincent knows a lot of magic.
Okay. So I think that's 2 yeses, which means you still only mark 1 experience.
Yeah, we only get 1, which puts me up to leveling up again.
Seriously?
Damn, if I just failed one more time.
And I'm getting me some armor because I kind of need that.
Okay.
Just
All right.
leveled up twice. You're like what? Like I mean, if there was a level, you'd be
If
like
I'm
level
level,
4.
I'd be level 3. Or technically 4 if we start at level 1, so yeah.
Right, right.
You started taking 3 improvements.
Yeah.
2 in this session.
Yeah.
All right. I think we want to wrap it there. I'm tired.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, same. I gotta get to work early tomorrow.
Okay. Good job, guys. Thanks for playing. We did good today.
Yeah.
Also,
Thanks for
I've
watching,
had
people
this
who
on the
may.
wrong fucking thing the whole time, which isn't really a problem, but it looks kind of dumb. Oh well. Cool. All right. GG everyone. Good night. I'm gonna stop the recording here. Bye Twitch audience. You did. Thanks for
Goodbye.
sticking with me. All right. Stop recording. All right. Cool. Quick postmortem on that. How do we feel about how that went?
I mean, I like the system. I think I'm kind of with Andy